What's good? What's good? What's good, everybody? Let me fix this mic. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hope everybody's well. Hope you guys all had a great Friday evening. It's going to take me for a second. Going to take me a little bit of a second to get in a good mood. Going to take a second, so let me warm up a little bit. I forgot to put something in the chat. Had some things going on in the house this morning, so running just a little bit slow. Please forgive me. Give me 1 second. I have to put this in the chat. If anybody feels like supporting the channel today, would be greatly appreciated. So let me throw this Cash App thing up there. That's how you sponsor the video. That is how the channel operates, off of sponsorships from boxing fans that we chop it up with. So I know sometimes y'all get sick of me thanking you guys for your support, but without your support, there is no channel. So thank you for watching the video, number one, and thank you guys for being such positive people. And number two, is this? Oh yeah. Anyway, so let's chop it up. People are welcome to come on here today. Also, late kickoff this fine Saturday. Are you calling the Gary Antoine Russell tonight? I think I might. What's going on, Expensive Papers? What's going on, Mr. Williams? Bird 101 in the building. What's going on, man? Will Sanchez, what's happening? Timothy Stoudemire, what's going on? Robin Soto, Marquis, Be Easy in the building. Barbara Davis, how are you, beautiful? Hope you're doing well. All things, what's happening? Peace and blessings to the chat, says all things. Fresh Baker, what's going on? Rob 3, Black Gun Owners Magazine. What's up, man? What's going on, man? I ain't seen you in a minute. What's up? Redhead in the building. What's going on, man? He said, I almost thought we weren't having a live tonight. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's my bad. I got up. I watched. I was up to like 2:00 in the morning last night. That's my bad. Black Star Sports. What's going on? J3 in the building. Tap Johnson. What's going on? Daryl McKinney and my guy Will Wright. What's happening? Philly Raider in the building. Fanon, did you see somebody at the fish fry? He was hanging out with Bud. I don't even know who you're talking about. Of course I didn't. Of course I didn't. What are you talking about? Why in the world would I see that? And I gotta go ahead and let you know something right here. Go ahead and get up out of here. Like, why the hell would I be watching a fish fry? And men grabbing on each other. I'm okay with all that grabbing on each other stuff. Louis Bray in the building. What's going on, man? Jayada said, Akawabi, bless life. Bless life to you, man. Auntie Black Cherry. Oh, yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a minute since I've seen Auntie Black Cherry, too. There's a lot of people licking their wounds. It's okay. People will be back. You know? People licking their wounds. It's all good. You know, it is what it is. Hey, thank you, Mr. McKinney. Much love for that support. Thank you, brother. What I'm waiting for, though, is one of you guys to jump on this chat. One of you boys out there, real loudmouth. Real loudmouth. And I want to know why you do all that popping of your gums over there at Twitter. When you can hit a link right here and come talk to me. I'll never say your name, but you know who you are because I'm not doing commercials for you, son. You do a whole lot of talking, though. Whole lot of lying. Whole lot of talking and a whole lot of lying. Fanon, do you believe it's Errol's needs to work on some things more than just him not being right? J3, I can't tell you, man. I can't tell you. I'm sure that I'm sure there's some it's hard for me to tell. I'm not in his camp. And I wouldn't say that I'm an expert at telling this man what the specific adjustments that he needs to make. Fanon, a warrior calls for the smoke right away. Keyboard killers. Yeah, man. Jamal, yeah, little dude on YouTube. Little YouTube channel. Thinks, he thinks he's kind of shiny because he gets some people on his because he gets some interviews every now and then. Want to talk all kind of loose about what I don't want from him. And asked him to come on the channel multiple times. And then he just kept telling lies, claiming he don't know who I am, but yet knows everything I say. Boy, y'all, I'm telling you, y'all be disrespecting people because they're 50 years old. Boy, that shit don't float well with me. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like when 30-year-old people act like 50, like there's something wrong with being 50. That's like a broke dude. That's like somebody with no money making fun of somebody rich. Fuck sense does that make? You literally are chastising people because they're somewhere you want to be. And think people miss that. I don't envy 30-year-olds, man. Don't envy 30-year-olds. I was 30 and I made it past. I hope to make it to 50. That's the job, is to try to make it to 50. Hold on a second. Check Michael Benson's page real quick. Sure, why not? Michael Benson is always saying something that fuck is wrong with you, man? Why you want me to look at that? Do you got something to say to me that you coward, that you'd like to hit this link and talk about? Why do I need to see that Terrence Crawford is eating fish? Like, you for what? I saw a picture of Errol. I saw a picture of Errol Spence Jr. spending a lot of money in Spain with a woman that looks to me like, hey man, she looks like mighty nice, bro. Man, let me tell you, Mr. Mechanical, who the fuck is the op? Who the fuck is he? What are you talking about? That's Ring Magazine. That's Ring Magazine. See it, Mr. Mechanical. Don't bother me with silly shit. Okay? And I mean it, bro. To this morning specifically, I'm not in the mood. I could give a shit what they do. So what? I could care less about that. Question: why are certain boxers Mr. Mandatory when the opponent is a Rastafarian or a burrito maker? That I don't like that burrito joke, but okay. But less enthusiastic when a rival is perceived as a challenge, different energy levels. What happened is, and thank you. I don't mean to go too much, Mr. Mechanical, but honestly, man, I don't care about that stuff. That shit is kid stuff. It's just kid stuff. Really. When I see stuff like that, it just makes me think that you act like a child. Who cares if he's eating fish in Omaha, Nebraska? Good for him. I'm glad he got that win. I hope everybody enjoyed it. Okay, it's not because it's probably King. But I'm hoping it's that little coward dude. I'm hoping it's that little coward dude that don't want to show up and talk. Here's the link, man. Mr. Picasso, Mr. Artiste. Click the link. It's right there. Fanon, that's the problem. Everybody want you to say what Errol should do. when you know you are good at and not give advice to something you don't know about. That's why I enjoy the channel. Thank you, Bright. Thank you, Bird 101. Dog, I'm not gonna sit up here and tell somebody something that I don't know. I chastise people on a regular every day for doing that. I'm not a hypocrite. I'm not a hypocrite, and I'm not running around talking about stuff that I don't understand. That's a surefire way to waste people's time and damage people's lives. It's a surefire way to ruin people's lives. Ruin it, or give them bad advice. He said, I made burritos before for non-international boxing. Hey, that's all right. Are you going to answer my question, Fanon? I'm sorry. I did. You come on, you're at I thank you, Kamal Oz. Bro, you ask rhetorical questions. Why are certain boxers Mr. Mandatory when their opponent is a Rastafarian or burrito maker, but less authentic when the rival is perceived as a challenge? Because they don't want to fight the guy. No, he should be scared because I'm going to humiliate him. He should be. I'm going to make him look bad. Really, really bad. Really, really bad. Really bad. Yeah, I don't like the burrito maker joke, though. I got to be honest with you. I don't really like that. Just because maybe not you don't intend it, but because, like, dude, like I don't want somebody to be saying, like fried chicken and, fried chicken and greens, guys, eating like whatever, I mean? I just kind of don't do that. But I will tell you, to answer your question, Kamal Oz, it is because they don't want Terrence Crawford to fight Jermell Charlo. I mean, to fight Jaron Ennis. Burritos are universal. We all enjoy them. Yes, they are. So is fried chicken. To Orlando Pearson. So is fried chicken. I don't want you guys to get me in trouble. Yeah, so is fried chicken and watermelon. Who doesn't like fried chicken and who doesn't like watermelon? Shit's delicious. Who doesn't like a burrito? Shit's delicious, depending on the burrito. You know what I mean? Who don't like, guacamole is a little bit, took me a little while to get there. You know what I mean? Guacamole took me a little while to get there, but who don't like tacos and burritos? You know what I mean? It's just, what I'm saying is I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I have to be real careful. Because I wouldn't appreciate somebody saying that, doing the watermelon, even if they said the shit on accident. Like, no, I really love watermelon. Did you see Errol Spence sitting there eating watermelon? Like, you realize black people can't even sit on television and eat watermelon? Like, my wife said one time, like, you just going to eat that watermelon all out in public, huh? Like, hell yeah, I'm about to eat this watermelon right in front of these white people. Yeah, give me the watermelon. I love watermelon. Dog, that dude, look, I just want that dude to show up, bro. You talked all that nonsense. You talked all that nonsense, dog. You talked all that nonsense about, oh, you don't want this energy with me. Bro, I swear to goodness, bro. I most definitely want it. Most definitely do. Mango is better than watermelon? Nah, man, it ain't better than watermelon. I love watermelon. I ain't gonna lie, dog. I love watermelons. No, hey, said, hell no, no watermelon in public. See, you letting people affect you, man. See, you let people affect you. I will eat fried chicken and watermelon right in front of a crowd of Klansmen. You niggas is acting like this shit don't taste good. Whatever, bro. I'm about to eat this watermelon and fried chicken. Matter of fact, I should eat them both together. Man, who cares? Dude, you don't think they got some jokes for you anyway? Man, them cornballs got some jokes anyway. You guys, whatever, man. You guys ain't worth saying, man. Seriously, dog. Yeah. Hey, what's going on, Joe Boone? Oh, what we talking about? Hey, Gervonta, Leonard Ellerby out there on YouTube, trying to correct these lying ass people about this Gervonta Davis fighting Terrence Crawford nonsense. Y'all do not want Jaron Ennis to fight him, but you want Gervonta to fight him. Man, will you please, nonsense people, please stop this stuff? I prefer pineapple, man. I ain't eating none of that stuff. It's all too high in sugar and meat on me. People lie when they say Gervonta Davis said he wanted to fight Terrence Crawford. That is a lie. He cracked a joke. He cracked a joke. He went along with, matter of fact, he went along with a joke. Because somebody said, hey, man, I think you'll knock him out in 5. He said, oh, I see 6. Haha, I'm just effing around. Then he said, I'm just effing around. Said, I'm just effing around. That's what he said. That protein and fiber mix is too healthy, too. He said, look, I'm just telling you, I'm not eating it because I got to get this weight up off me. I'm getting this weight up off me. I am definitely getting this weight up off me. You guys are clowns. T. Orlando Pearson in the building said, no eating watermelon and soft shoeing in public. No, you guys are bugging. I'm going to tell you right now. Now, I may take them in squares. I won't stick my whole face in it like, with the horseshoe one. But, man, I'm eating a watermelon anywhere I feel like eating watermelon. Yeah, I got me tripping. Say, you look a lot slimmer. Yeah, man, I've lost a lot of weight. So I've lost 25. I hope that I've lost around 20. I haven't weighed myself this week. I weigh myself every 2 weeks. But at last go, it's probably around 22 pounds. So I am most definitely about to get some more up off me. And it's not even trying to lose the weight. I'm just eating right. Exercising 2-3 times a week. And that's it. And I've changed my stuff. I got to get this shit off. This shit got to go. I mean it's got to go. Kamal Saad, they say they want Bud and Tank, but not in a way Tank. Why is that? First of all, Kamal, for me, I think they're both ridiculous. I think that they're both ridiculous fights. Tank is the only way you're going to be able to sell these people. Derek Choice in the bill said, Bud wants big money fights since he's accomplished everything else in boxing. If they pay a lot of money, he would fight Boots and stop him. That's not my problem. That's his problem. See, we got to make a distinction, Mr. Choice. You got to make a distinction between Bud's problems and my problems. They're not the same thing. Show up, cowards. Show up, cowards. Here the link is. We know you're listening. Don't hide, sir. Don't hide. Show up. Don't hide. Come on, man. Don't hide. Don't hide. Hey, Fanon, I just got done eating some watermelon on my front porch. Cars driving by. Man, exactly. Man, y'all tripping. Y'all need a sense of freedom. Y'all need a sense of freedom. But serious, Derek Choice, brother, thank you for your support, man. We got to differentiate between Bud's problems and my problems. I need some money. Bud got plenty money, and I need some money. That ain't my problems, ain't his problems. You know what I'm saying? What I want to see is the best fighting. That's what I want to see. I will take a Jerron fight against Keith Thurman. Will not argue with it. Hey, Fanon, was there any proof of Tank? Was there any proof of Tank versus Colbert? No, none. Not that first of all, bro, you know these dudes be making shit up. You know they just be pulling it out of their backside, bro. You know it. You know it. Okay? Straight out of their backside. Hey, dude, seriously, man, seriously. Come on. No, there is no proof of that. There's no proof of anything until these guys actually make that fight. Watermelon is a source of whatever you said. I don't know what it is. If you know, you know. Hey, look, man, I love watermelon. And you guys will never steal water. I can't eat watermelon now because it's too much sugar in the watermelon. But I'm going to eat watermelon right in front of you. I don't care enough about what you think of me for me not to. I mean, for real. I've been embarrassed. You need to be embarrassed one good time in your life. You all need to be, I highly recommend this for you guys' mental strength. Be the subject of public ridicule a few times. The earlier, the better. If you don't turn into like somebody that's going to go try to take out a whole school, you'll be a lot stronger for it. I don't care enough about what you think because I know that there's something in your life that ain't right, just like everybody else. And the fact that you're trying to point it at me only means, brother, that you're using that as a way to cover up of what's going on with you. How are you going to make fun of somebody that is older than you? That right there is something that just exposes you completely. Hey, let me tell you something, bro. Don't troll G-Man, bro. Okay? G-Man King 2. We don't need that, okay? We don't need that. Don't troll G-Man. Whoever you are, bro. Don't do it. Dude, this guy, he's actually in the back. No matter what you say, he's got more fucking courage than most of y'all do. He's a daily corpse. He's like the zombie of you, like the YouTube zombie. You know what I mean? He keep coming back from the dead all the time, but at least he shows up. At least he shows up. G-Man, how can I help you?
Hey, what's going on? Good morning.
Good morning. How are you, man?
Yeah,
good to hear your voice today. And I'm sorry that somebody's out there pretending to be you.
Yeah, you too. And I appreciate you, looking out for me. I really do.
Yeah, man, I got to tell you, G-Man, I have to tell you, I don't necessarily agree with shit you got to say because I don't think your ideas, but you got cojones. And I appreciate that in people, man. And you don't back down. You keep coming back. And I appreciate that, bro. I do. I respect that in you.
Oh,
I respect that in you.
Thanks, man.
How can I help you today?
I was going to ask you this. This is something I heard you say earlier.
I don't give a shit about people having fish fries. If that's
no, not fish fry. No. Just a boxing related question. So you're saying for Crawford, it doesn't matter about the money or where he gets his money. You want the best fighting the best, right? That's what
Excuse me. You always get into trouble whenever you try to rephrase something that I say, right?
If you can clarify for me.
Let me teach you. No, let me teach you because I like you. Don't do that. Because you're going to fall into the easiest body. You just keep walking into that hole. Because you're never going to be able to quote exactly what I mean. You're not going to be able to quote exactly what I say. So I'm always going to be able to tell you that's not what I said. I can disarm you every single solitary time with that.
Are you able to clarify what you said?
Listen to me. Let me help you. I'm going to help you because I'm in the mood to help people today. Don't do that with me. Because what I'm going to immediately do is flush you down the toilet as soon as you do it. As soon as you do it. You're dead.
What if I read?
It's like a landmine, bro. It's a landmine.
What if I
so what you should say is something like this. What I think is this. Do you have an issue with what I said? And that way I can address what you said. What you're doing is you're jumping out there with your queen way too quick in this chess game we're having. You're jumping way out there too quick. And I'm going to body your ass right away. Okay? Now, there's 15, 20 other ways I can body you. So don't get cute. But that one, you're going to be very easy to dismiss with that. So, and if you proceed, we can start again. If you ask me that question, I'm going to body you right away.
So, I think for Crawford, it's about the money right now. He wants the big fights for the money. Yes, we want to see the best fighting the best. But, Tank right now is doing it for the money. He hasn't had a competitive, tough match at 135 other than one championship fight. So Crawford right now, he's looking for money as well and big fights. And that'll come with Canelo under 160 or Errol Spence rematch. That's what I think. What says you?
I say that all of that's bullshit and not my problem. I'll say that's number one, it's bullshit. Number two, that's not my problem. First and foremost, Gervonta Davis has had way more fights than just one good fight. He was an underdog to Jose Pedraza and won a title at 130. He beat a Hall of Famer in Jose and Leo Santa Cruz. He beat a guy that people were saying was one of the four kings in Ryan Garcia, a knockout artist in Ryan Garcia, who just miraculously turned into not being a good fighter after Gervonta Davis knocked him out. Then you also have Mario Barrios, who is a legitimately very good fighter. Mario Barrios at 140 is no joke. That's no easy win for anybody. Wasn't an easy win for Keith Thurman at 147, and Gervonta dispatched him and beat him down much more nastily than Keith Thurman did. So number one, I don't agree with any of that stuff about what you said about Gervonta Davis. Number two, it's not a lot of money for Gervonta for Terrence Crawford to fight Gervonta Davis, because it's never going to happen. Gervonta Davis is a 135-pounder, and he's not going to give Terrence Crawford that opportunity to beat him up and take a bunch of money for it. It's not going to happen any more than Terrence Crawford is going to move up to heavyweight and give Deontay Wilder a chance to put his ass in a coffin. It's not going to happen. That would be a great fight for Deontay. It'd be a great fight for Deontay. Make a lot of money for Deontay. I'm sure a lot of people would buy tickets. But Deontay Wilder would walk across that ring and bop his ass on top of the head, and that man would be in a coma. He has no chance of beating him. Now, why that may be a slightly exaggerated comparison, I could make a less exaggerated one and say that he's not about to fight David Morrell. Now, as far as Canelo Alvarez is not going to come down to 164, 158. Not going to happen. Canelo Alvarez ain't even thinking about Terrence Crawford. Not thinking about him. He has no chance to fight Terrence Crawford, to fight Canelo Alvarez. If he wants to fight Canelo Alvarez, he's got to go to 168. Because Canelo's not going to give him any concessions. Because he doesn't need to. So that option is not there. Jermell Charlo being a big fight. How do you know that? Jermell Charlo's never been a big draw.
Because he's about to fight with Canelo. That's going to give him a lot of exposure.
And so what? Guess who else fought Canelo and got a lot of exposure and is not a big draw? Caleb Plant.
They drew 105 pay-per-view buys.
Like I said, 100,000. Like I said, not a big draw. Caleb Plant and David Benavidez, not a big draw. No, they're not a big draw. It's Canelo. Canelo is not going to be going down to any weight class to fight Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford has to come to 168 for him. It's not going to happen. Jermell, if he beats Canelo, will rematch Canelo. If he loses to Canelo, then he loses market value because he's coming off of a loss. And he's not undisputed. The thing that Terrence Crawford said he wanted was undisputed. He won't be undisputed. Tim Tszyu will be.
Well, Tim Tszyu will have one belt.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
He will be champion. So no, that right there is not. They're not there. Those things are not there for Terrence. That's just people's delusion. The money for Terrence Crawford is the rematch of Errol Spence Jr. And if he wants a big fight after that, good luck. Because it's not there. It's not there. Especially if Jermell Charlo gets knocked out by Canelo. Because who's going to be excited about seeing Terrence Crawford fight Canelo's leftovers? The fight after he loses. It's not there.
Weight classes for a reason. Or would that just affect
Exactly. It's weight classes for a reason. It's not there. It's not there for him. Where's the big crowd going to be? Where are they going to fight? Who's going to really think, oh, yeah, this is the best against the best when this man just got smoked by Canelo? No, that's not there. Unless there's something out there that I don't know about. And last time I checked, nah. Your boy Rick Glazier never said this dude was somehow, for some reason, you guys, your boy out here lying and saying it did better than Tank, but whatever. Don't want to regress there. So I think that's bullshit. I think that there is not a big fight for Terrence Crawford out there. Because Gervonta's not going to fight him. Canelo's not going to fight him. And Jermell Charlo's not a big draw.
Why wouldn't Gervonta fight him? Because Leonard Ellaby said that on Twitter?
Because he's not stupid. because he's not going to sacrifice his head for the greater good of Terrence Crawford. Because he's not stupid. That's a fight he can't win, won't win, and can get hurt in for no good reason whatsoever. Because he's a 135-pounder. The same reason Monster Inoue's not fighting Terrence Crawford. Same reason. The same reason Shakur Stevenson's not fighting Terrence Crawford. And Devin Haney ain't jumping up there to fight Terrence Crawford.
Roberto Duran did it, right? We put
That's Roberto Duran. Roberto Duran is Roberto fucking Duran. And he started at 135, not 126. Roberto Duran started at 135.
Yeah, but he went up to 154.
He went up to 147, then he kept moving up, and 54. That's him. That's Roberto Duran.
I'm saying Tank Davis can be in those conversations.
He's not going to fight Terrence Crawford. First of all, he's not going to fight Terrence Crawford. You can just stop smoking that dope. He's not going to do it. He's not going to do it. That is a 5'4.5" featherweight. He's the body of a featherweight. He is 5'4". He is not fighting Gervonta. He's not fighting him.
Crawford was a light welterweight too.
He is never a 126-pounder he was never a 126-pounder.
135.
He started at 140.
He won a championship
to 135. He started at 140. His career started at 140. He fought Danny Garcia in the amateurs. Danny Garcia and your Danis Ugas in the amateurs. He's the same size in the amateurs as Danny Garcia and your Danis Ugas. He's 5'8", almost 5'9", with a 72, 73-inch reach. So he's not little.
Do you have any expectations of the face of boxing in Tank in the coming future? Do you expect him to fight anybody or just big money?
Look, I'm not sure what you're trying to get at. I do know what you're trying to know. You're trying to lead me somewhere. I said to you that your shit, I thought what you said is bullshit. There are no big fights for Terrence Crawford other than the Errol Spence Jr. rematch. That's the big fight. That's the only one coming close to 400,000 pay-per-views. That's it. Nothing else. Not the Manny Pacquiao fight. Not the Jermell Charlo fight. Terrence he's not fighting Gervonta Davis. He's not fighting Monster Inoue. He's not fighting Tyson Fury. He's not fighting Canelo Alvarez. If you look at all the money men in boxing, the major draws, he just beat one. And that's the only one anywhere near him. Other than Jermell, who, by the way, and Jermell's not one. He's not a big draw, which, by the way, if we had been talking about this a month and a half ago, there's no way you would be arguing that he wasn't. If I had said, I think Jermell Charlo's a really big draw, you would be up here talking all kind of crazy 3 weeks ago. But now, miraculously, he turns into something.
Crawford is the draw too after beating Spence now.
No, prove it. We'll see.
It is just at 700,000 buys.
We'll see. Dimitri Bivol ain't no draw after he beat Canelo.
I'm sure you're saying that was all Errol's heavy lifting then.
Like I said, he's not a draw after he beat Canelo Alvarez.
150,000 against Khan and Porter. That's not terrible.
That, like I said, Dimitri Bivol is not a draw because he beat Canelo.
He'll never be a draw.
Caleb Plant is not a draw. Well, he lost to Canelo. Nah, man, it doesn't work like that. Just because you beat somebody doesn't make you a big draw. Bernard Hopkins was not some mega draw, though he beat Canelo. Even though he beat Oscar De La Hoya, didn't turn him into some gigantic draw.
So then Boots can't be in this conversation at all, then, because he's nowhere near the draw. That has nothing to do with
Boots. Nothing.
He's nowhere near the Charlo, the Errol Spence.
It has nothing to do with it. I don't, like I said, that goes into this part. That's Bud's problem, not mine. Bud's numbers are Bud's problems, not mine.
But you want to see the best fighting the best, though. So you would push for the Boots fight.
Bud's money is not my problem. What I've said about Boots is what I continue to say about Boots, and I'm very specific about it. He is ready for a championship fight. I fully understand why Terrence Crawford wouldn't want to fight him. But if you don't want to fight him because you're looking for the big money fights, that is your decision. Drop the belt. And let Boots fight for the IBF belt against whoever jumps in there. Why shouldn't he be able to why shouldn't he be able to get a mandatory title shot?
It's not his time yet.
It is his time. He's the IBF mandatory. It's literally his time because he's the IBF mandatory.
Crawford
That's
is
what
still
it
the
means.
champion.
That's what it means. It is your time. It's your time. When you're the IBF mandatory, it is your time to fight for the belt because you're the mandatory.
What about the 3 other people?
What about them? They deserve fights too. It's the same scenario.
So it's 4 people that deserve a shot right now.
Excuse me.
In the 147
You keep bouncing all over the place, dog. You're now on point number 9. You're not going to get out of this. I'm talking about Jaron Ennis and what Jaron Ennis deserves. He's the IBF mandatory. He's done everything he deserves. Everything that he needed to do to get a shot at that IBF belt, whether Terrence Crawford holds it or not.
As a fan, I would like to see
same as every other mandatory in boxing.
I would like to see Boots versus Thurman as a fan, or Stanionis.
So would I. That's still a different issue. That's a different issue. What you'd like to see. You know what I'd like to see? I'd like to see somebody drop off $1 million cash in a Brink truck. I would love to see that. Please do that.
Also, as far as whether that was a loan or a borrow, I have an answer. So it was borrowed money. It was equitable, but
excuse me.
They'd have to pay it back.
It was equitable.
They'd have to pay it back if they don't meet certain numbers.
How you saw the contract?
That's the information I got.
You saw the contract?
No.
It was equitable. Equitable means ownership.
Yes, sir.
Then how in the world you got to pay back if you own?
There's apparently
you are making shit up.
That's what I got.
You are making shit up. Yeah, you're making shit up. I got it.
I'm passing the message.
You did not see their agreement.
No, not
now
me.
You're saying it's some hybrid. It's a hybrid. They own it, but if you don't make it, you got to give me my money back.
That's what my source said.
Yeah, your source. Who's your source?
You know what it is.
No, I don't know what it is. Who's your source?
I got a hold of whoever said that they borrowed 550 to 900 million.
Who is your source?
Rick.
There you go. So the dude is lying. The guy that just got busted in a bunch of lies tells another one, and you're going to try to feed it. Oh, it's a hybrid. You get equity, but if you don't make certain numbers, you got to pay it back. You get to turn your ownership back in. I'll buy the car as long as it lasts. If not, give me my money back.
If the company fails, they'll have to.
You're making shit up. The company ain't failed. The company ain't failed, so we don't owe the money then.
I was just answering the question. That's all.
You're bypassing me a lie. Bypassing me a lie. It was equitable, but dude, let me tell you something, dog. Did Rick Glazier graduate from college? I need to know. Ask him that. Ask him. Fanon wants to know if you graduated from college.
I'm pretty sure he has like a master's degree or whatever.
You're pretty sure he has a master's degree, or you know he does?
I'm a guy. I can ask.
Ask him. What college did you graduate from? What's the year that you graduated from college? I have a suspicion that he didn't.
And as far as the legal expert, he's been in like 30 plus witness cases.
That's not a legal expert, sir.
Witness boxing cases.
I don't care. You know who's been in 30 cases? Adrian Bronner's been in 30 cases. That don't make him a legal expert.
I'm talking about boxing specific. He's
It
been in
doesn't
30
matter.
boxing witness.
He is not a lawyer. He's not a judge.
That was the answer to that. That's all.
He's not a lawyer. He's not a judge. You're not a legal expert. If I had him on the channel, I could ask him what is an element? What is an element in the law? When someone says, "Tell me the elements,"
I'm not sure.
Yeah, exactly. He would never be able to answer that question. If I asked Tim Stodham, if I asked T. Orlando, what are the elements? What does that mean? Trust me, he got an answer for that. He'll tell you in a minute. He'll tell you in a minute. And then you don't even have to be an expert for that. Hey, said Bill said for now bringing back first L flashbacks. Exactly. I could ask him a question right away. They would never know. He would never know. He'd never know. What's a contract of adhesion? What's a contract of adhesion?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, he doesn't know either. What's res ipsa loquitur? He wouldn't know. He wouldn't know. What's the rule against perpetuities? He wouldn't know. He wouldn't know. Because he's not a legal expert. He's not even a legal novice. I know because he says that because I gave expert testimony, that makes me a legal expert. They did not ask his opinion of the law. I promise you. I promise you. I bet you I asked him how federalism works and he wouldn't be able to explain it. Do you know how federalism works?
What do you mean how it works?
Dog, that's what is federalism?
I mean, just like the government stuff. How the government works.
It's the government. How specifically? You already know you don't know that. But still.
And I learned it in government a little bit. But
yeah, a little bit.
Like the government.
It's a federation of states. But don't worry about it because that is just civics. That's civics. But anyway you go, bro, can we stop this nonsense that man is an expert, a legal expert? Because that's insulting to people that actually are.
I was just giving you an answer as to why.
Let me tell you something, bro. I'm not an expert trainer. I'm not a trainer. And also ask him, what do you actually do? That's why he should never come near me.
He has 47 clients that he handles, and he brokered 2 deals yesterday.
You gave me the number of clients. What does he do for them?
Advice, boxing advice, management.
On what? Stuff. He advises about what?
That's his business, but I know he brokered 2 deals
what does he advise on? There's all kind of people that are advisors, but you know exactly what they're advising you on. Is he an advisor? He's an advisor to boxers, or is he advisors to promoters?
Boxers, clients, all kinds of clients, man.
What does he specifically advise them on? Is he a matchmaker?
No, I don't know.
Is he a manager? Sure. No, you know what he is more than likely? He advises people on public relations.
I know he has some big fighters too.
He more than likely smears people for a living.
That's just
because that's the only job I see him doing. The job I see him doing is smearing people. That's what I see him doing. Al Heyman, I know what he's advising people on because they say what he advises them on. He's a financial advisor and he advises people on personal financial advisor on where to spend your money, how to make sure you don't run out of money. I know that because Adrian Bronner said that's what he did for him. I also know that he advises him, and because I've actually read a copy of his advisory contract, I know what he advises on. And I know what a manager of a fighter is. I know what Bob Arum does because Bob Arum is a promoter. He promotes fighters. I know what Steven Espinoza does because I see Steven Espinoza doing it. I know what a fireman does. A fireman is out there putting out fires. How do you know that? Because you see him driving the fires. I know what a doctor does. Why? Because I see doctors practice in medicine and writing prescriptions. I know what you do by what you do. So what does he do? Lies and slanders people. That's what it looks like to me. He gives out a bunch of fake numbers. That's what it looks like to me. To adjust people's public perception of individuals. That's what it seems like he does. He is a public relations person. He is consistently in the media, talking on Twitter or on social media, saying salacious things that are meant to skew your perception of somebody. So when you talk about the number of clients somebody has, I don't care about the number of your clients. I want to know what product you're selling. What service are you selling?
Boxing expertise. He's worked
with
Don,
expertise. He said he doesn't
King,
sell
Bob
that. You're
Arum.
lying. He said he doesn't do that. He says he doesn't manage fighters. He says he doesn't train fighters. No, he said he doesn't go in the gym.
I didn't say that either.
He said he's white collar. Everything is white collar.
Yes, sir.
What's white collar? Public relations is white
collar.
collar. The only thing I see him doing is white collar, which is public relations, and releasing information about people going broke, people getting sued, people who are what pay-per-view numbers are. That's what he actually does. That's what he actually is doing. Now, can you tell me something you've seen him do that doesn't fall in that? No, you can't. You cannot show me anything that he does other than that. With the one exception was that he worked with Rick Ross to try to sign fighters away from another promoter, from a manager. Tried to sign him away. That's the only time I've seen him do anything other than that.
You talking about free bet promotions?
I'm talking about what you know full well happened. So, thank you very much, Mr. Glazer's nephew, or whoever you are.
Don't do that. All right.
I'm not going to undo nothing, dude. Leave me alone with that, dog, because seriously.
I was just answering what you asked yesterday.
I know. You called him because, of course, his email is public, and he answers your questions right away, Justin. Brother, why don't you put Justin on your name, since that's your name, Justin?
That's not my name, but okay.
That is your name. He calls you Justin. You lied to that man about your name?
You called me G-Man, so it is what it is.
He calls you Justin. By your first name, yes, I'm friends with Justin.
Yes, on a good note. Let's end it on a good note.
Justin. He called you Justin. Your name is Justin.
For now.
Your name is Justin.
We started it on a good note. Let's end it on a good note.
No, my name is Martin. Your name is Justin.
Okay.
So since we know your name, because Rick Glazer said what your name was.
Okay.
Your name is Justin.
Yeah.
No need to lie, Justin.
G-Man is not a name. It's just like
your name
what you gonna call
is Justin. Your name is Justin.
Okay. All right, Fanon. I'll let you carry on your show, but good conversation.
I appreciate you, man. But like I said, bro, we can fry you up 100 different ways, homie. But that was a better start, at least. Take care.
All right.
Hey, man, that was fun, actually. You guys, I'm not bugging on that. That shit was fun. Keith Nolan said, hey, I understand the reasons on both sides why Bud should fight Boots and why Bud doesn't think it's worth it. But it's sad because boxing as a sport needs the best to fight the best. Your video about this was spot on. And Keith Nolan, I would love to, and I want to thank you for actually listening to my video. Actually taking the time to listen to it. Because it gets a little old frying people who don't even read titles well. And want to jump and just start talking. I, for some reason, have done videos where I swear to God, I've not done anything but compliment Terrence Crawford for at least 2 weeks straight. Nothing but complimented the dude. And still, every comment about Terrence is why you hating on Terrence. You dudes are too dumb to know when somebody's supporting you. Too dumb to know when somebody's supporting you. Gotta be difficult to go through life that way. Kamal Oz in the building. Thank you, brother. Said, hey, did Jermell become a big fight or a major draw? Are Vegan Smith, Erislandy Lara, Avin Yildirim more popular now? Seems presumptive and disingenuous. Oh, it is both. Fanon, you got to keep them around to keep your grilling skills sharp. Oh, it is. It definitely is easy money. Here, oh, you want the link? Here's the link. It is. Hey, refresh the super chat. Hey, that's hilarious, dog. I ain't clowning with nobody no more. Hey, refresh. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for everybody. Where's my thing? Oh, here it is. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. There's a link right there. But again, he said, dude, Bud fought a damn avocado and he can't fight Boots. Look, man, I understand where Terrence Crawford is coming from. That's not unreasonable at all. Fanon, you bought that new Bill Haney mixtape? Nah, bro. I'm not trying to have any more beef with the Haneys. I can't handle all that smoke. I'm tired of it, dog. I'm retired from that. And plus, Shakur Stevenson has stole all my joy from it. Kamal, I ain't gonna lie, bro. What's up, Kamal? I see you. Shakur Stevenson is behaving like dog. Like, come on, man. Dog, you make do. I like Devin Haney more than I like Shakur Stevenson. So even though I know Shakur Stevenson's a great fighter, and I definitely take Shakur in that fight, but god dog, man, Shakur be saying some things that make me think, man, look, bro, you make it real hard. You make it real difficult out here for somebody to be full-fledged supporting you, bro. I can't lie, because you be talking crazy sometimes. Just out the blue. C Mac in the building. Thank you, brother. Man, look, bro. These guys, dude, like that whole thing about the Steven Espinoza thing bugged me. What's up, Kamal?
Hey, what's up, Fanon? Got to give it to Pawn. He is a glutton for punishment, and you're right. He has more courage. He's open to get yelled at by however many hosts every single day of the week that there's a live stream, because he does it. Not only does it on your channel, but others. He's a glutton for punishment.
He has to be getting paid for that.
Of course he's getting paid. Of course Pawn is getting paid. He's a pawn. He's a rat. He's a narc. But he's a tool and an agent of disinformation of corporate media. Of course he's getting paid. So, Fanon, I just want to expand on this point that you brought up, and also I'll hang up and hear your thoughts. This notion that Jermell Charlo is some kind of big money draw that Crawford is putting out there couldn't be further from the truth. The one pay-per-view that he had and Jamal had, where they were the headliners, it flopped horribly. And I don't think either one has been back on pay-per-view, at least not as the A-side since. So that tells you, number one, that they're not the big draw that people are making them out to be. Number two, Avdi Yildirim, Callum Smith, Vegan Smith, Liam Vegan Smith, Laura Trout, these guys did become big draws after the Canelo fights. So there's no guarantee that fighting Canelo will make you a bigger draw. So in other words, to me, I don't even know at this point if Jermell Charlo were to fight Crawford and Boots were to fight Crawford, I don't know which one sells more, honestly, if both of them are on pay-per-view, number one. Especially if Jermell Charlo goes up to Canelo's weight, gets knocked out, which I don't think will happen, but he loses a pretty lopsided decision. To me, it's little more than a grudge match. So Terrence Crawford is trying to play it off like Jermell Charlo is this big money draw, this big star, that he still will have undisputed, or beating him will get him undisputed in 3 weight classes. And we know that that's not true, because Tim Tszyu is going to be the WBO champion. Likely the IBF will strip Mel here next. So just want to get your thoughts. Is Crawford purposefully obfuscating the fact that he's like on a revenge tour, and he views Jermell Charlo as a grudge match, and he's trying to say, I'm only looking for big money fights or big legacy fights, instead of just saying, hey, look, I want revenge on what I feel like Mel talking trash about me. With that, I'll hang up and listen. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Absolutely. Would love to answer that question. I think Terrence Crawford is being honest about what he wants. And he probably does think that, first of all, he wanted it when it was undisputed. And I don't know whether or not he realizes that Terrence is not going to be, that Jermell's not going to be undisputed. So he may not know that. That's first and foremost. Second, I do believe that he wants to beat that dude specifically, because he said that he wanted to beat him and he wants to beat him. I'll take Terrence Crawford at his word. No, I don't think Terrence Crawford's a fraud. I don't. I've learned more about the way that he talks, because obviously paying attention a lot more closely this year than I had in years past. My issue is not with Terrence Crawford. It's with people that say Jaron Ennis doesn't deserve a shot at the guy that holds the IBF belt. There's somebody that said that Terrence Crawford won't make money against Jaron Ennis. That's not true. He'll make a lot of money against Jaron Ennis. He'll make millions and millions of dollars against Jaron Ennis. There's plenty of money in that fight. Plenty of money in that fight. I don't understand why you guys don't think there is money in that fight. That's just things that you're saying. If Showtime wants Jaron Ennis and Terrence Crawford to fight, and Showtime, who is the network, Showtime will pay the money. The money's coming from Showtime. The money for the Jermell Charlo fight is coming from Showtime, and the money from Jaron Ennis is coming from the fight. How do you know it's not going to do pay-per-view money? I think it may do very well. He's from Philadelphia. He's from Philadelphia. He's from the East Coast. Those guys out there, there's a lot of people out there. The gate, if they fight in the Barclays Center, that shit's going to do $5 million. They may do a $5 million gate in the Barclays Center, which is a bigger gate than Bud is going to get fighting Jermell Charlo. But at the end of the day, just because there is more, you think there's more money in another fight, doesn't mean there's not money in that fight. There's more money for Errol Spence in the Terrence Crawford fight than there was the Keith Thurman fight, but that don't mean there wasn't money in the Keith Thurman fight. You all are just saying something that you don't know to be true. There's no money. He's not fighting that man for free. Dude, he can say whatever he wants to say about him coming back to 154. I'll see it when you believe it. I'll believe it when I see it. You guys are just spreading a narrative that there's no money in that fight. Because first of all, there's millions of dollars in that fight. Millions of dollars in that fight, of which Terrence will take the lion's share of it. I bet he doesn't give Jaron Ennis ain't asking for 50-50 and to flip a coin to see who comes out second. Right? But okay, keep saying it. Whoever jumped on the link, you can jump back on. I think you guys are just talking personally. You know what I mean? I just think you're talking. HL McLean 2 says, salute for 9, no money versus Ennis with 10 million for Avenetian. Please stop the foolishness. Exactly. They're just talking. You all know who Boots is, but whatever. If he doesn't want to fight Boots, I understand it. Just like they didn't want to fight Errol. Just like Keith Thurman didn't want to fight Errol. And Danny Garcia didn't want to fight Errol. And Sean Porter didn't want to fight Errol. Same thing. Same thing. You see a very good fight. Who did he fight? Who did he fight? Yeah, young buck, do something. And then when he beats somebody, it's going to be okay. Yeah, fight somebody else. Give me a break. And you can say what you want. That's what you guys are doing with Shakur and Devin too. Well, who did you beat? Who Shakur beat? He just beat he just beat Yoshina. Even though he had come off back-to-back wins against back-to-back good wins with Conceição, with Valdez and with Herring. Even though he definitely proved at 130 he was the man at 130. All of a sudden, you guys one fight against a guy you don't like, and then all of a sudden, well, we don't even know who this guy is. You guys just be talking. You know what I mean? You just talk. Just like you, Mr. What's your name? Mr. Picasso, who don't show up to debates you say that I don't want. You fucking coward, loudmouth coward. I'll say that again to you, sir. You're a loudmouth coward. Throwing memes at me. But when it's time to actually jump on here, nowhere to be seen, nowhere to be heard. But I don't even know who you are, even though I know everything about you. He said, hey, facts, the whole Philadelphia would make that trip up 95, a little over 2 hours away. A little 2-hour drive is nothing, G. Exactly. Exactly. Join that link, scrub. The link is right there. Again, I have to tell you guys to parse issues. Am I saying that right? Parse issues. Separate issues into relevant issues. One issue is what Terrence Crawford should do. That's his business. I can understand why he would do whatever he wants to do. Whether or not Jaron Ennis deserves a fight for that belt is a separate issue altogether. Talking loud and saying nothing. Talking loud and never showing up. This ain't what you want, old man. It's exactly what I want. Trust you me. This is exactly what I want. You ever heard that story about Jack Dempsey? When Jack Dempsey was like 60 years old and some cats tried to jump Jack Dempsey at a bar outside of his bar, and he was like 60 years old. There were like 2 or 3 of them, and he mopped them. And they were like, yeah, you thought it was sweet, huh? He said, oh, you thought it was sweet, huh? Thought it was sweet. McKay Buxton, you got to answer that question any questions, click the link. Click the link. Click the link. Congratulations to him on his victory parade. Congratulations. Well-deserved victory parade. Great job in Omaha. Great champion from Omaha. Going to be an Omaha legend forever. It's crazy. Nobody's saying Tank name no more. Not even Pitbull Cruz. Oh, they're saying the man's name. They want him. I don't understand y'all, man. I don't understand y'all. I don't understand you guys on either side of this stuff. Just kids. What's going on, Thomas Hill? He said Ninja finally wins one decent fight and they have a parade. Bro, enjoy yourself. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. A parade. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. I don't know if they had parades in Louisville, Kentucky. Are you going to click the link or are you going to be out of here? Makai Buxton. Are you going to click the link or what? Or do I got to throw you out? That's called trolling. It's not a hate. It's not hate. But congratulations to him. Again, he's just trolling. It's called trolling. Hey, what's going on? T. Wells said, salute for 9, just showing some love. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Means a ton. Means a ton. You know what I mean? Means a ton. On the real, man, look, I want to know why I'm supposed to care about this man's parade. I just want to know why I'm supposed to care about that. Why are you jumping on planes to go to a parade over a fight, over a boxing match? I would never do that. The fight is over, bro. It's not the Super Bowl. Even then, I didn't understand. Even in Chicago, people were like having parades for the Bulls. But it does show something, though. Who are usually the most nasty people are the people who win. Hey, what's going on, Rick? Rick Timms, what's going on with you, brother? You down at that? You in the Omaha, Nebraska parade? The fish fry? The fish fry? Hey, my man, come on. I said, notice how corporate media is not covering Shakur Loma drama. Arum is apparently not making a fight between two of his better fighters for the WBC, yet Pawn demands Tank fight Shakur, Haney, and Lomachenko. Of course, because that doesn't work for his employee. I've got 42 clients. I'm telling y'all Errol Spence Jr. fans, though, need to not hide. That's the only beef I got. I have a beef with Errol Spence Jr. fans. I ain't gonna lie, though. I got beef with Errol Spence Jr. fans. Legitimate beef with Errol Spence Jr. fans. Legitimate beef. Legitimate beef. Dog, y'all need to stop tucking your tail. Y'all need to stop tucking your tail. And I mean not just like, come on, man. Y'all need to stop tucking your tail. Your money is what matters. You matter. Dude, the Toro got it. He didn't matter. He lost a fight. Didn't matter because his fans are going to support him. Doesn't matter. Canelo Alvarez can lose fights. It doesn't matter. He lost to Floyd Mayweather Jr. and got richer. Why y'all tucking your tail? Because of some loudmouth clowns that don't even really support. They really don't support even support Terrence Crawford. Really? I need to understand that. I need to understand that. If you're a fan, dude, it doesn't matter that Ali lost to Larry Holmes. It doesn't matter. Dog, he got his money. He went on. I wish his health would have been better for the majority of his life. But it is what it is, man. That's what it is. You're gonna ride with your team, you're gonna ride with your team. The bandwagon jumpers, though. Like, I had a good friend. There was a Roy Jones Jr. fan until Roy Jr. lost. Till Roy Jones Jr. lost to Antonio Tarver. All of a sudden, he's like, nah, he don't fuck with Roy no more. I was like, wow, bro, you only gonna fuck with Roy if he wins? For real, because I wasn't even that big on Roy. I wasn't even that big on Roy. But because, I don't know, something about Roy. Overly arrogant people kind of bug me a little bit. I started really liking Roy in the later stages of Roy's career when Roy was losing. Because then I was like, oh my God, this man got a lot of heart, man. This dude he say, screw it, you knock me out, so what? I'm going to get back in here. Rashad, how can I help you?
Brother Fanon, what's going on, man?
Man, I'm chilling, brother.
Hey, man, I've been listening to you for a couple years, man. First, I want to say, man, listening to you, I learned so much about this sport, especially debating with my cousin. He's a Haney fan. But I got a question for you.
Sure.
What do you think is the best move for Tank Davis next? Like, who do you think he should fight next? Because it doesn't look like he's going to get, the Haney fight.
Who do I think he should fight next? I think he should fight anybody with a pulse next. He just had a fight with Ryan Garcia. Think about this for a second.
Yeah, and then he fight 3 times this year?
Listen, he fought 2 times this year and 1 late last year. But listen to this for a second. Let's talk about Terrence Crawford. Let's compare what they say about Terrence Crawford and what they say about Gervonta Davis.
Okay.
Terrence Crawford right now could make a fight with Jaron Ennis, who anybody with eyeballs know is a terrific fighter.
Yeah.
And they say, well, look what he's done. He doesn't want anything but the big paydays from here moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And he has the right to do what he wants to do. So if there's not somebody out there that is big money for him, then he can do whatever he wants to do.
Okay.
So why can't Gervonta Davis do the same thing? Gervonta Davis just fought Ryan Garcia and just did 1.2 million pay-per-views and did a $22 million gate.
Yeah.
He established himself as the face of boxing. He can say, I only want the big fights. And none of these guys are big fights. He's handled his mandatory, so why can't he do whatever he wants to do? And it really doesn't matter who he's fighting because they're going to complain about it anyway.
Correct. You're right about that.
So for me, he can fight Isaac Cruz if he wants. He can fight Edwin De Los Santos if he wants. He can fight Frank Martin if he wants. He can fight Chris Colbert if he wants. He can fight Gary Russell Jr. if he wants. He can fight anybody that he wants because he just gave me a big fight that people were asking for in his last fight.
Right.
Now, the rest of these dudes, on the other hand, if you look at the example that they use for Jaron Ennis, hey, man, they got to prove themselves. There's no money in the fight. Right? Isn't that what they're saying? There's no money in the Jaron fight. Well, there ain't no money in the Shakur fight either. There ain't no money in the Devin Haney fight either. There ain't no fight in the Lomachenko. There ain't no money in the Lomachenko fight either. Because Tank is not going to ESPN and Top Rank to fight and fighting off their budget. Whoever he fights is going to be on a pay-per-view. And they don't sell pay-per-views. None of them. So they're not going to get a bid. First of all, Bob Arum's not going to get any of it. Very, very little of it. And then they're going to be risking their fights. And that's what Bob Arum said himself. Why would I fight? Why would I have Tank fight Shakur if the fight may make a little money? Maybe. Why would I do that? Same thing Leonard Ellerby said. They're not going to fight him because they're not going to make the money. Because they're not big draws. Tank is. The fight's not going to be a huge fight. And Tank ain't going to take no pay cut for those dudes. So if people can do the money talk for Jaron, on Jaron and Terrence, well, let's do the money talk on Tank and Shakur, Tank and Lomachenko, Tank and Devin Haney, Tank and any and all of them. Because Gervonta Davis is the biggest draw in American boxing. Easily at this point in time.
Right.
Yeah, so that's my thing. I think he can fight whoever he want to fight. Because I'm not somebody that's gonna be like demanding he fight somebody that his own promoter ain't gonna make the fight. Bob Arum don't want that fight. Bob Arum changes his tune from, oh, we know we're not gonna make that fight because why would I do that? And they're gonna want these huge guarantees. Because you better believe Gervonta Davis is gonna want a huge guarantee to fight Shakur Stevenson on ESPN. Yeah, like guarantee me $30 million. Guarantee me 30 for a Shakur fight. Bob Arum ain't going to guarantee him no 30 for no Shakur Stevenson fight.
Okay. That's the only question I really have for you. I don't want to hold you up too long. I want to see you get down on some of these trolls still.
They don't show up, dog. Let me assure you.
I know.
They don't. They bump their lips on Twitter and they bump their lips on their channel. And then all of a sudden they're in the chat. But they don't want no smoke. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for coming by, man.
Yes,
all right, peace, brother. Cluster Johnson in the building, supporting the channel, showing the true support. Thank you. He said, Terrence gets plenty of support. Please look at where he is from, black population base compared to the other top black fighters. This is a great pay-per-view. 2 black fighters against each other. Terrence gets plenty of support. Yeah, I don't know what you mean plenty of. What do you mean by plenty? I said he's not a huge draw. Plenty and huge draw are 2 different things. Plenty and huge draw, not the same thing. Not the same thing. Like I'm plenty of tall. I'm not extremely tall. I'm 6'2". I have plenty height. I'm 6'2". I have plenty of height. But I'm not Shaq. Terrence Crawford has a lot of people that support him, a lot of fans. He does. He's not a huge draw. There's a difference. He's not selling out 5. Gervonta Davis sells out in 6 different arenas against anybody he fights. That's not the case with Gervonta. That's not the case with Terrence Crawford. For whatever reason. Joe Boone says, you know what plenty means. Joe Boone, you can hit this link. I do not know what you mean by plenty. I don't know what that means. You can click that link, though, anytime you like. I put a bunch in. Oh, you must be talking to somebody else. Yeah, I don't know what plenty means to you. I don't know what plenty means to you. I would love for y'all to hit that link, though. Love for y'all to hit that link. I'm seriously looking for a certain dude to seriously put a dude underneath one today. But he ran on Twitter, bro. This dude ran on Twitter. You're so emotional. Ha ha ha. Yeah, dog. If that makes you feel better. I got plenty of emotion. Is disdain an emotion? Is disgust an emotion? Is disgust an emotion? Somebody let me know if disgust disgust is an emotion. I think it may be. It's somewhere in there. Keith, no, I see you, Nick Ballin TV. He said, let's pretend for a moment that all the money necessary was there. I'm not sure Devin Haney would fight Tank or Shakur. I think he would. I'm not going to go there with him, Keith Nolan. Yeah, so disgust is an emotion. Yeah, I definitely feel that. I definitely feel that emotion. Nick Ballin TV. Hey, thank you, Keith Nolan, for that support, brother. Thank you for keeping the channel rolling.
What's up, Fanan? How you doing, man?
And I'm doing well this morning, man. Just trying to talk this boxing with y'all good people today.
Oh, yeah, I just hopped on here to say Spence fans still here. We're coming back strong at 54. We're going back at Bud. I mean, it is what it is. Man, went out like the champion, but we're coming back. But I wanted to ask, though, what do you think Charlo was keys to victory coming up against Canelo?
Say that again?
I said,
victory?
I said, what would be Charlo's keys to victory going against Canelo?
A stiff jab, avoiding counter shots. I think he needs to be able to land something heavy on Canelo to land something heavy on Canelo to get his respect. And I think he's definitely got to counter. I think he's got to outbox him. He's got to score more points, and he's got to get it into the second half of the fight. And then in the second half of the fight, he's got to step it up on him in the second half of the fight. That's what I think.
Yeah.
In order to beat him. Yeah, that's what I think.
I think if he just bring the energy early and
what do you say?
I think if he bring the energy early and just complete a whole complete fight like he does in these rematches, then he can come out on top. But that's all I want to come in and say.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
Thank you, as usual, Nick Ballin. Always good to see you. Thank you, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir. Somebody says, so you guys are arguing with Joe Boone. You guys are making me think Joe Boone's talking to me. Big Platano, how can I help you?
Huh?
How can I help you?
Oh, yeah.
You seriously jerking off in the shower, bro? This dude is seriously jerking off in the shower, bro. Here's a link, man. This dude, you guys, man, I swear, dog. What's wrong with you, man? Y'all, you seriously, bro. You going to get a. You say your haters are escalating, Fanon. Seriously, that's what these people are on, bro. This is what these people are on, man. He said, what the fuck is wrong with these people? Fanon, you silly for entertaining them. I mean, dog, if you want to make a buffoon of yourself, make a buffoon of yourself. Hey, no worries. I want y'all to know what I have to deal with on a daily basis in order to talk boxing with y'all. This is how hard it is for boxing fans, bro. This is one of the hardest, dude. This is one of the hardest things about being a boxing fan is that you have to put up. You literally have to put up with people like this. Day in and day out with thousands and thousands of comments of people doing this. It's amazing, man. These dudes are wild, wild, wild. Hey, oh yes, Thomas Hill said, hey, wrench for Nick Balling. He consistently supports you. Oh, for sure. Hey, Nick Balling, thank you, brother, for the $10 holler, brother. Nah, that's not him. King has a little bit more, you know. I like King. I'm telling you, I'm going to give him advice, dog. I think I can make a challenge and teach this dude how to win arguments, bro. I really think I could. I think I can make him halfway decent. Like, don't get a word. I can confirm that's Justin Glazier. He didn't like that I know his name is Justin because that's one more step close. That's a step closer, King. That's a step closer. Justin, that's one step closer. You know that, right? Now that I know your name, oh, that's one step closer, brother. That's one step closer. Oh, yeah. That's one step closer, brother. That's one step closer. Yeah, it is. Oh, yeah, because Rick Glazier bust his ass out and said, Justin. Oh, yeah, Justin. You don't think I be listening. I listen, man. I listen. Dude, seriously, I don't really even know about Rick Glazier and the whole liking women thing, honestly. I don't know about that, bro. Let me see something, bro. Mr. Hanif, how can I help you?
How you doing, man? You good?
I'm well, man. I'm well. How are you?
Yeah, I've been watching some of the guys coming through. The last one was, I don't know what he was doing, but he had me cracking up. I'm
Takes
just
all
wondering,
kinds, man.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, are you watching the fight today? Joshua
Oh, the
versus
AJ fight?
Yeah, it's today.
Hell yeah. I can't wait.
Yeah. You know what?
I'm
I was
amped.
hoping that Wilder would come down and get in the ring afterwards to promote the fight that's going to happen between them two. But I don't think he is. I don't know. Maybe he can jump on a private jet or something. But yeah, obviously, let's just say, which I hope happens, Joshua wins comfortably. Moving forward between them two, if them two were to have a fight, Joshua and Wilder, how do you think the split would go? And I think they're talking about it happening in Saudi Arabia, but I hope it happens in Vegas because I think Joshua does need to win in America. You can't have a career and not get a single win in America because he came to New York once, and we know what happened with Ruiz. And how do you think the split will be, and who would you be backing in the fight?
Oh, well, first and foremost, let me go with the split part.
Yeah.
With the split part is the split part. Hold on one second, man, because I'm trying to find I don't want to forget. My guy just told me about Nick Balling. Nick Balling, please put another comment in the chat, bro, because I saw you did one, then it disappeared on me. But what I think about the split, man, really, dog, it could be 50-50. It could be 55-45 Joshua. It could be, I don't think that, I just think because it's the Saudis, so it's not really ticket sales. You know?
Yeah, it doesn't. Split doesn't even matter anymore. Saudis will
Yeah,
just throw on
because
enough money
they're
every
just
pot
paying
with
it.
the
Yeah, they're just paying it straight out. So I think that they should just probably pay whatever fighter. They should just pay whatever they, because that's what they're doing. They're just paying what the fighter whatever they
Yeah,
want to. So it's not like it's a matter of how many pay-per-views and all that stuff you sell. But it's hard for, if it was a split, then dog, really, I would think somewhere around 52-48 might work for Joshua. If it was in the UK, it depends if it was in the US, UK, 50-50 in the United States. In the UK, a little bit of an advantage for Anthony Joshua. And honestly, man, I think I'm just happy both these guys that I like very much. I ain't gonna lie, dog. I like
yeah.
Anthony Joshua. Like, in one of the things, kind of like I like Terrence Crawford, and people had this really hard time believing that I like Terrence Crawford. I do. I
No, but
like
it's
Terrence
okay.
Crawford.
Like, I think it's all right to be tribal. There's nothing wrong
Well,
with being tribal in sport and backing your own fighter from your own country.
yeah. Well, look, man. Here's the thing. For me, and I would say nations. I wouldn't say tribe. I would say nations. That's a cleaner way to say it, because
Yeah,
really a tribe is just a nation. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like Ireland, they never call the Irish a tribe,
yeah.
right? It's a nation. And there's a difference between a nation and a nation state, which is a formally organized state, which is the government and all of the things that go into that. The nation is like the people, right? The nation, the similar language, customs, right? So the Irish is a nation, and
Yeah.
they only really apply tribe when they kind of want to be condescending and treat it as if it's some damn near animalistic type of thing. So
100%.
yeah, so there is nation to it, right? But for me, Anthony Joshua is in my nation. He's my people. Like, he's
Okay.
from the UK, but he's my people. Like,
Yeah.
Like,
He's
look
black,
at that.
basically.
That's my people.
Yeah.
He's from there. I'm from here. But the only reason he's there and I'm here is that the same people from the same place went there instead of here. Same thing with Jamaica. I think same thing with Puerto Rico. Same thing with the Dominican Republic. Like, that's just we all black. For me, we all black people.
I
But
get you, because I know I have my camera off, but I'm not black or I'm not white. I'm a
I got you.
I'm a Maycons people, basically.
Yeah, Pakistan somewhere in there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, that's how I don't see, like, I don't have a problem. I like Anthony Joshua. So I'm excited about, I hope he knocks out. Dude, I've rooted for Anthony Joshua in every single solitary fight he had, except not even with every fight. There's never been a fight I've rooted against Anthony Joshua in. I've wanted him to win every single solitary one. The only one that I'm telling you right now, dog, Anthony Joshua's going to get his ass spun by Deontay Wilder, though. He's going to get his ass spun. Like, like, high probability of his ass getting his ass spun.
You know what? I'm
Because
inclined
that
to
dude
agree
ain't
with
no
you.
damn joke, man. You know?
I mean, if I'm going to be totally non-biased, I'm inclined to agree with you. I think Joshua. I mean, let's see what happens with, now he's under Derek James, but I mean, he's only trained with him just for this Robert Helenius fight coming up, I think. So
No,
we'll
he had
see
one before.
Wasn't that with Garcia?
No, Jermaine Franklin was with Derek James.
Forgot
This
about
is his
that guy.
second fight. This is his second fight with him.
Yeah, that's true. Against Jermaine Franklin, he should have knocked him out, because, Joshua should have knocked him out. I don't think he did. I think he went to full distance. But, you can't just train fully under one fight. You need more time, don't you? I think the old AJ, I would have backed the old AJ. But if you want me to totally, obviously, I still support AJ. But being totally non-biased, I think Wilder has got his number. It's interesting, when Wilder was facing Fury for the third fight, he came in a bit heavier, didn't he? How do you think he would approach Joshua in terms of his weight? Because his weight can fluctuate quite a lot.
Say that. Who will approach Joshua in terms of his weight?
Yeah, so Yon for the third fight against Fury, Wilder's third fight against Fury, he came in a bit heavy on top of his body. How do you think he should approach Anthony Joshua? How much do you think he should weigh for the fight?
Dog, honestly, I think he can come in whatever weight he want to come in. Like,
as soon as he
I
hits
didn't
that
like,
button.
I didn't like that he. Man, the Tyson Fury thing is funny, bro, to me. Like I just don't believe Tyson Fury. But I mean, I know he's a really, really good fighter, but dog, I think he's dirty as hell. So
You know what?
I think he's dirty as shit. That's me.
After the second Wilder fight, his height of popularity in the UK was really high, but everyone, even his fans, are saying he shat it from Usyk. He ducked Usyk, so his popularity is very low at the minute in the UK.
Because he's a fucking fraud, man. I'm telling you. But he can fight. He can fight.
Yeah.
But no, dog, he's just nah. But anyway, Tyson Fury can definitely fight, and I just don't. I think the biggest problem is not necessarily how big Deontay was. It's just how big and rough Tyson Fury is, and the fact that Tyson Fury can take a punch like that and still get up. Like any and everybody that fights Deontay Wilder eventually gets hit with something that puts him down.
Ortiz.
And so I just think he really just needs to be patient with Anthony Joshua, land jabs on Anthony Joshua, wait for Anthony Joshua to get comfortable, and he's more than likely going to set up Anthony Joshua and hit him with something absolutely nasty.
Yeah, I think the only way AJ
is very aggressive. I think Anthony is very aggressive.
Yeah, I think the only way AJ wins is if he takes him out early. If it goes beyond 5 or 6 rounds, Wilder will land on him. And I mean, he's been hit by big punches before, but Wilder's something else.
Yeah, it's nasty.
Something else.
But I like both dudes, bro. I like both of them dudes. No joke. I like AJ. I like AJ like I like Terrence Crawford. But in the heat of people thinking who's going to win fights and all of that, people get the perception that you don't like the guy. I like Terrence Crawford. I think he's an excellent, excellent fighter. Have been a fan of for a long time. Same thing with Joshua. I think Joshua's a nice guy to me. And the one thing, he said some things sometimes that I didn't even believe it was him saying it. But I was like, okay. I like how he handled himself. I liked him how he handled himself with that stuff that was going on in is it Braxton? I know I'm probably messing up the name. Brixton. Yeah, I like how he handled himself with the businesses, supporting the business in Brixton.
Black economy.
I like him. I like him. I also like a dude, Spencer Fearon. Think he's a good dude. I like how he represents himself. I know that he's close with Joshua, and I think he's might be close with Fury as well. But I appreciate it, especially with the Jamaican and the Caribbean and the African community, kind of how they do it, what they do over there in the UK. So I want them to do well, man, and all of that. I just think Deontay Wilder, who also I like a lot, I just think Deontay Wilder got that. He just got that thing going to shut everything off.
It's kind of incredible how far he's come, considering how late he started boxing. Wilder.
When you got a missile like that, bro, like he's got a straight up dude. The way he knocked out Robert Hellenius, was like you just know. Like there's nothing you can, when it lands, there's nothing you can do with it. There's nothing you're not going to stay up for that. And in a way, he's so underestimated because the way he sets people, like one of the things really underestimated for me about Deontay Wilder is how well he sets people up. People act like he's just some blind slugger throwing a bunch of shots willy-nilly, and he's not. He sets traps too.
I know he's training with Malik Scott, but does he still have that Jay Diaz in his corner?
Yeah, I think that's his people for life. I think Jay Diaz is an assistant trainer. I think JD's is his people for life. Hey, but let me move. I got a couple super chats and stuff, brother. Always great talking to you, man.
Always great.
And shout out, you're in the UK?
Yeah, I'm in the UK, near London.
Okay, shout out. Hey, man. What is Kid Galahad?
What, his ethnicity?
Yeah.
Yemen, same as Prince Nassim.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yemeni,
cool.
Arab.
Okay, and Cal Yafai and his brother.
Yeah, they're brothers, so they're the same.
Are they both Yemen or
Yemen? Yeah, British Yemen.
Okay, cool. Gotcha. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Thanks for letting me know. All right, man.
Oh, no worries. Anytime.
All right,
bye.
Yes, sir. Hey, my guy. Keith Nolan said, first, if anyone hasn't done it, close that chat, smash the like button. Second, how some dude wake up and think you're going to make sex noise on Fanon's show? Dog, it's comedy for me. Like, dude, it's just comedy to me, man. You got to be a lonely, desperate person. Wrench for Nick Ball, and I got you, brother. Thank you, Thomas Hill, for that $10 holler, brother. Thank you for the support. I got you. And Solo Champ said, hey, for all the wisdom you give, thank you, brother. Yes, sir. But for real, I need y'all Errol Spence Jr. fans to throw a parade, bro. What time does Ass Juice... Dog, I was hating that day. I ain't gonna lie, dog. I was hating that day. Dog, I was going in that day, bro. That shit was hilarious, bro. When the infamous Ass Juice Day. The infamous Ass Juice Day. For now, did you see AJ opponent think they cheating because AJ's gloves are thin? He said if they don't give him the same, he won't fight. Dude, these guys, a whole bunch of these dudes cheating with gloves. Whole bunch of these dudes cheating with gloves, bro. De Niro, Breed, Kennel in the building. What's going on, man? Much love, brother. Thank you for that support, bro. Thank you, man, for sponsoring the channel today. Gotta tell you, means a lot, bro. Means a lot. These dudes. Hold on a second. Watch this. Watch this. Terrence Crawford has a victory parade and celebration in Omaha, Nebraska. And there's 96 people watching the live stream. And it's been on for an hour. That's not a big draw. There's more people watching this live stream right now than there is watching that parade on YouTube. Boy, y'all some wild boys, dog. Y'all some wild boys out there. Hey, that's the whole city. 96 people. That's more than the BOK Prime fight. No, man, Terrence Crawford's a great fighter, bro. Terrence Crawford's a great fighter. He's a great fighter. Great fighter. And I'm very happy for him. And I'm happy for the people in Omaha, Nebraska. I'm happy for the people in Omaha, Nebraska. No joke, man. I'm glad somebody had to lose that fight. You know what I mean? So anyway it goes, bro. I like him. I don't get the hate because there ain't nobody hating. That's why you don't get it. You don't get it because ain't nobody hating. For now, I'm about to pull up to Bun B's Trill Burger again. That OG vegan veggie burger is calling my name. Mike Tyson influenced me to try it after he gave it a shot while he was here in Houston. Pretty tasty. Is it on vegan bread too? Is it on wheat bread? Thank you. Hey, Rick Timms, what's up, brother? Thank you for continuing to be part of the channel. Tevin Smith said there are thousands at the parade, though. Yeah, I know. Good. Thousands at the parade. Oh, there's free food. Bring your ass out. You should. Parade is pretty dope. Crawford came through on a fishing boat. Hey, man, he deserves it, man. I don't mean what? Dude, let me tell you. If somebody works hard in their life and they get something that they deserve, be happy for them. Be happy for them. I'm happy for Terrence Crawford. If Errol had won, I would have been happy for Errol. I'm not going to take it so personally. I'm not fighting. There's a girl that used to play my daughter in tennis and beat her every time they played. Terrific tennis player. Terrific tennis player. But my daughter lost to her every time. Why? Because she's a terrific tennis player. And pretty much she beat everybody. Right? She winds up getting a full ride scholarship to play tennis at USC. Right? Because she's one of the top tennis players in the nation. I'm happy for that girl. I'm happy for her. Very happy for her. Why wouldn't I be? I'm happy for Terrence Crawford. I am happy for him. I'm happy that Errol got a lot of money. I'm happy for Errol. I'm happy that Derrick James made that money. Whenever you have a competition, there's going to be a winner, there's going to be a loser. Rocky City. Why didn't I go where? To a parade? Same reason I didn't go to the Bulls parade. Why do I want to go to a parade? Why would I go to a parade for a boxing match? I'm not from Omaha, Nebraska. He ain't my family. Why would I go to a parade? I didn't go to the fight, but I'm going to go to a parade? Why didn't you go? I'm still rocking with Errol in a rematch, but I'm happy Bud is getting his recognition. Absolutely. Why wouldn't I be? Why would I not be happy for the man? I'm sorry, bro. I'm not in the petty business. I'm not in the petty business. That's not good for me. Me harboring any type of disdain over a victory that somebody else earned is not doing anything but hurting me. Why would I hurt myself? Why would I? How can you be a good sport if you lose? You win some, you lose some. That's life. I'm still, you know what I mean? Thank you, Tevis. Number one, I don't like crowds. Number one, I don't like crowds. Number one reason I don't go to some big fights is I don't like crowds. They make me paranoid. That's number one reason why I don't go to big fights. I go to small fights. So I can afford, no, it's not 96 people in the parade, just 96 people on the live stream. Anyway, I don't want to keep talking about that. Congratulations to him. But if you like to ask me my opinion, I don't think you really care. I don't really think you care why I go to fights and why I don't go to fights. Awesome. They usually do. They're a bigger channel, so good for them. That's the numbers they always do. Thank you, Rocky City, but you're out of here. But you're out of here. Thank you, Rocky City. Now go away. Thank you, Rocky City. Now you're getting that's what their numbers always are. And I'd like to know why people are trying to put a cheater near Derrick James. What are you talking about? Anyway, click the link, bro. Yeah. T. Orlando's a smart guy. Very smart. He's a very intelligent guy. He's a very intelligent guy. Period. He's a very intelligent guy. But no, I'm not a boxing media person, so I don't have to cover things like that in the media. Anyway, back to let's talk about what this topic of it is. Why are y'all so afraid of Gervonta Davis fighting? Why don't y'all want to see Gervonta? Who do you want to see Gervonta fight? Who do you guys want to see Gervonta fight next? I personally do not care because I think he's in a lose-lose position no matter what he does. Teofimo Lopez, you want Teofimo Lopez to come down to 135 and come fight him? I want to see him fight a monster anyway. That's me. That's the fight. If you're going to talk about money, make that fight. Even though Bob Arum for some reason says that he doesn't think that that's a fight that could be made. That's a stupid fight to make. Gary Russell Jr., I want to see Gary Russell Jr. fight the winner of Devin Haney and Regis Prograis if the fight actually happens. Fanon Plenty means I don't believe Spence does 650 with Bud when there is no threat. For some, it's hard to buy and will. Oh, I'm buying the fight, bro. You talking about the rematch? Yeah, I don't know what the rematch is going to do. I would, man. Look, it doesn't matter. He beats. There's plenty of good lightweights for him to fight. I'll take a fight with lightweights, any one of them. Thomas Hill said, plus your palms have not been greased by Frill, Bill Haney, as well, Martin. I see those palms that you, what is that? I see those palms that have been, though, and the slight in their content. Yeah, look, first of all, let me tell you something about why a lot of people support Devin Haney. Devin Haney's a nice guy, and he's available to talk to. And Bill Haney's available to talk to. A lot of these guys that you would like to support are jerks. Gervonta's the A side, and it's not even close. Gervonta's the A side in that fight, and it's just not even close. And honestly, that's a silly question. That I don't understand why you ask silly questions. You got one more silly question if you don't hit the link. You know the answer to that, so I'm not quite sure why you would even ask the question. You know the answer to that. It's Gervonta. Gervonta is the A side of everybody, over everybody, except for Canelo. That's it. Other than that, Gervonta is the A side in all of boxing. In all of boxing. Easy. 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 No close. Hey, no speculations. I want to know, how much does Bud charge to sign Busted Glove? I don't even know if he charges, man. I hope he don't charge anything, man. I hope he signed Busted Gloves. I hope he signs them for free. That shit would be hilarious. He'll probably fight you for saying it, though. I want to see the Tank Cruz fight again. I'll take it. I'll take it. I will definitely take it. I just want to see him in the ring again for a third time. I want to see him in the ring again for a third time. The big fights that I want to see in boxing right now: Tyson Fury, Alexander Usyk. Nobody's calling for it. And Tyson Fury is ducking like there ain't no tomorrow. Dmitry Bivol and Beterbiev. Great fight. Ain't nobody trying to make it because the WBC is trying to duck it. Everybody's ducking that fight. Every party involved is ducking that fight, bro. Approach him with busted gloves. That dude will fight you. Oh, the gloves wouldn't be busted. I just say, would you sign these gloves? He would definitely tell me to fuck off. We ain't going to sign nothing for me. I know that. I love going to amateur and small professional. Oh, yeah, they're way better. I went to the David Tua fight. A David Tua fight before the day before. Barbara Davis, thank you, sister. He says, supporting my favorite channel. Thank you, Barbara. Appreciate you, Barbara. It means a lot. Thank you, Barbara Davis. Thank you, Barbara Davis. We really got a good night of boxing. We really got a good day of boxing coming, too. A really, really good day of boxing coming. Kamal Oz said, Gervonta Davis can fight anyone he wants. Mr. Gary Russell Jr., Gary Antoine Russell, Chris Colbert, Edwin De Los Santos, Pitbull Cruz 2, Sabril Matias. Dang, not 140. Frank Martin. I would not say Sabril Matias. I wouldn't say Sabril Matias because that's at 140. Because that's at 140. I would not say that. I would not say that. Terrell Williams in the building. How can I help you?
What's up, Fanon? How you been, bro?
Man, I'm well. How are you, sir?
Hey, I'm good, man. Hey, I know you asked that question, who I think Tank should fight. I think he should fight either, Esau Cruz, you know what I mean? It's got to make sense, right, for the money. So I think that's a good one. I think someone said they wanted to see Frank Martin versus him, but I feel like Frank and Keyshawn need to make that happen first. that's a good, that's a good fight they can build up on, but I don't know if they're gonna make that happen as soon as possible. But you know what's crazy? Errol and Frank Martin had not too good of a showing in that camp, man. Something had to be going on in that camp because they both didn't have too, you know what I mean, too good of a showing. I mean, Frank Martin he won, but I feel like it wasn't as good as that fight before. That fight before he had with what's the guy name that he kind of looks like Ali. I guess he won. He kind of he's an Ali a fan, I guess.
Michelle Rivera.
Yeah, he looked so good in that fight, man. And I saw this one, and I was just like, do you think it was because of the opponent he had? You don't think he took him too seriously, or what do you think happened in that fight?
I think that the guy that he fought, was a very good fighter and did a good job of boxing him. And it took a while for Frank Martin to figure him out, but Frank figured him out and won the fight.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really agree that I don't agree that it was a bad performance. He fought a really big dude. He fought a very big dude who was really a 140 pounder who had a very good jab and is I think he's Olympic bronze medalist.
Okay.
I think he's a good fighter. Then eventually he showed to me that he knew that he could step on the gas, make an adjustment to the fight, and wind up and drop him. So
yeah, that's what I like for none. I always tell guys, always like try to see who can make the in-ring adjustments, because that's what makes the better boxer, man. If you can figure it out, like, you know what I mean, when times get rough and like the mid rounds and stuff, you'll be all right. But I don't know. Who do you like versus Keyshawn and him? What do you think? How's that gonna go?
Keyshawn and Frank Martin, I like Frank Martin.
Okay. Me too.
At this stage, because I think Frank Martin's more experienced, and man, Frank Martin is just a very underrated fighter, and Keyshawn Davis, I think, is a good fighter. But at this stage, I'll take Frank Martin in that.
Absolutely.
I just think, and honestly, man, Keyshawn Davis, like people talk about. This is the way that I view it. People talk about Jaron Ennis and how Jaron Ennis ain't ready for this guy or ain't ready for that guy. Well, really, they're only saying he's not ready for Terrence Crawford. But he's got 31 fights with 28 knockouts. Toon, I saw you, man. You can jump back on.
Absolutely.
He's got 31 fights, 28 knockouts, or 28 or 29 knockouts. I don't think the man has ever lost a round. That's not the same thing as Keyshawn Davis, who's got like 8 fights, 9 fights.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Yep. And it's not so now he's just been on television a lot. And he just fight because he's in that stage of his career. But I just don't think I wouldn't. I mean, if they fought right now, I'd take Frank Martin.
Okay. T.O. win Tank. You think that'll happen, or you think that's just
I think Teofimo's at 140 pounds and he's with Top Rank, and I don't see Teofimo Lopez making a fight with Tank, even though I will tell you that I think Teofimo Lopez definitely showed out in his last fight.
Oh, yeah. Getting Taylor, right?
Yeah. After people wrote him off in what was obviously not a good performance against either Sandor Martin or what's my man's name? Or Josh Taylor. So,
and I ain't gonna lie I thought Josh Taylor was gonna give it to him, but you saw that real quick. Like T.O. can really make adjustments, man. I'm not even gonna hate on the man like that. But I think
I also think Josh Taylor was dead at that weight.
Yeah.
I think he was dead at that weight. That dude is big, man. Josh Taylor, I mean, for real, Josh Taylor is somebody that could probably be fighting at 154.
Yeah, man. That's why I thought he would win, because of his size and that jab. I thought he would be able to keep him at bay, but he just couldn't get it. He couldn't get it done.
Yeah, and Teal's a really good fighter. But hey, man, I'm gonna try to get this dude Toon back on here.
Okay, too.
Jump back out, and I got a couple cash ass, man. Jump back on anytime, brother.
I got you, bro. Salute.
All right, salute to you. You take care, sir, and congratulations again, man.
I thank you.
All right. Yes, sir. Hey, Miss A, Pay Scott, thank you, brother, for the $5 holler. Thank y'all for supporting the channel and keeping this live stream going. Thank y'all very, very much. It means a ton. Thank you, man. Thank you for the support, bro. Definitely helps keep the channel going. There are thousands at the parades. And Tevin Smith, cool, brother. Thank y'all, man. I got y'all for the yellow. Thank you, brother. Thank y'all for the support. Tune, I was really looking forward to you saying something. Where you go? Where'd you go? There's not a lot of people in here today. There's not a lot of people in here today. Saturday morning, not a big fight weekend. Heading up on noon. All y'all braves, but all y'all brave souls with all that mouth. I guess you just don't know who I am today, huh? I guess you just don't know who I am today. De Niro Kennel Breed. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Hold on. Wow, that's an insult to Bud. What happened to his fans? What you talking about? Hey, man, T. Orlando said, of course, there's a crowd, free hot dogs and beer. Dog, free liquor and free food will get a lot of people showing up, bro. You know? Come on, T. Orlando. Why are you killing him, man? See, that's that Atlanta arrogance. Hey, T. Orlando, your Atlanta arrogance is popping out, bro. Man, them dudes, Atlanta dudes, I swear to God, I don't know cockier people on this planet with less reason than Atlanta dudes. Hey, man. Hold on one second. Hey, man, Omaha's a good city. Little itty bitty ass city, though. Little itty bitty city, man. All right, man, click the link, Tune. You was there, now you ain't there. Come on, man. I'm gonna try to be here about another half hour, brother. I hope y'all. Now, why can't I get the smoke, bro? Why do you guys do all that talking over there on Twitter? And you do all the talking in the comments section, but never here. Never actually want to. Dude, that dude said, I will eat your body. Omaha Metro has 1 million people. No, it does not. No, that shit does not. No, it does not. Omaha's metropolitan area does. First of all, there ain't no metropolitan area to Omaha, Nebraska. There is Omaha, Nebraska, and then there's the country. Yeah, I did. It's 425,000, homie. It's 435,000. Something like that. There's not 600,000 people in the suburbs of Omaha, Nebraska, bro. There ain't even suburbs to Omaha, Nebraska, dog. You go right up. When you go up 35, I think it's 35. No, it's not 35. What is it? Whatever you take up there, I forget what the highway is. When you go from Kansas City up into Omaha, Nebraska, there ain't nothing around Omaha, Nebraska but fields. Okay? I don't even think that there's 1 million people. I don't even think that there's 1 million people in between in the Kansas City metropolitan area. 70. Thank you, brother. When you drive up 70 to get there, I've been in Omaha, Nebraska a lot of times. Dude, it's barely bigger than Fort Wayne, Indiana. Okay? And there's not 1 million people in Fort Wayne, Indiana, bro. It's not I-35. It's 70. I-35 goes east-west, I'm pretty sure. Or does it go north-side? I forget. KC metropolitan area is like 500,000. But I think KC is considerably bigger than Omaha, Nebraska. You must be looking at Kansas City, Kansas at 500,000. Ain't no way in the world Omaha, Nebraska is as big as Kansas City, Kansas. Ain't no way. Yeah, it goes north-south. Okay, there you go. So 35. So whatever. You can get there a couple different ways, but you get my point. I've been to Omaha, Nebraska a bunch of times, bro. The link is right here. I've been to Omaha, Nebraska a bunch of times, man. Mitch De Niro. Mitch De Niro, how can I help you?
Hey, good afternoon, Fanon.
Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
I'm good. I'm De Niro Breed Kennels, by the way.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry. Yeah, I saw you, brother.
Yeah, man, I've been watching your channel for a while. I think it's about time I come on here and speak my mind a little bit.
Hey, real quick. Hold on one second. Hey, Barbara Davis, I saw you, sister. Thank you. I did see that, Barbara. I thought I said something. Thank you, Barbara. I see you, Barbara. And let me thank you 3-4 times again. And Luis in the building. Thank you, brother, for that $1 holler. It means a lot. Thank you again. All right, so you want to speak your mind about what?
Okay, first, I want to address the mistakes that I've seen both Ryan Garcia make and Earl Spence. And it comes from that long looping punch with a power hand. I noticed that both of them dropped a offhand from protecting from that counter punch. And I don't understand why wouldn't you teach or touch up on that if you know that Terrence Crawford is a counter puncher. And the second thing I wanted to address is the whole Gervonta Davis moving up to fight Bud. I honestly think that is real life Earl Spence fans just hoping that somehow Terrence Crawford lose or something. I think Gervonta Davis is like our savior because I am a big Earl Spence fan and we just want to see him get knocked out, honestly.
I think you got that last part backwards.
Backwards? You think so?
Yeah, dog. I don't hear any Errol Spence Jr. fans saying, "Oh, we want to see Terrence Crawford fight Gervonta."
Right.
Like, who?
I don't know. I think it's personally with me because just before the fight, I bought the fight.
If you want to see that, let me tell you who he should fight if you want to see Terrence Crawford get knocked out.
Okay.
Jaron Ennis.
Jaron Ennis. Okay.
Because first of all, he made Jaron, and I'm not saying Jaron Ennis will beat him. I'm just saying that dude, there ain't no way on this planet Gervonta Davis is going to get in the ring with Jaron Ennis.
Okay.
They're just nowhere near the same size. Gervonta Davis is just too little. How big are you, man?
I'm 6'6", 275.
I saw you stand up. Now you see a dude that is 5'5" and 130 pounds, bro. What you gonna do if you get your hand on him? Sling him.
Yeah, that's if I get my hands on him. Now we do.
Watch this. They're in a boxing ring, bro.
Right.
There's ropes.
We do have to understand one, speed. Speed is going to be a big difference. Do I think personally that Gervonta Davis has more speed? I would say that with the one punch. I don't think Gervonta Davis throw a lot of combos and stuff like that. He looks more for that one knockout punch, which would kind of be a kryptonite for Bud because if you notice, when Bud get hit, he want to fight. And that's where you make mistakes. So if Gervonta Davis, he been short his whole life. The man know how to get inside.
He's too little, man.
Yeah, but what is his walk around weight?
His walk around weight, I would suspect somewhere around 145 pounds.
Right. Now, that's why I say if they fight at like a catch weight, yeah, moving up to 147 because
he's just
Bud probably walking around 160, 170 easily.
Dude, he's trust me, bro. He's just you jumped up. He's just way too small.
Yeah.
I've seen him in person. I've seen Gervonta in person. Dude, Gervonta Davis is little.
Dang.
When I'm telling you he's little, dude, he's little. He's little. Dude, they say he's 5'5". I don't know. I think he may be 5'5" in shoes. He's not he's a little guy, man. He's truly a little guy. These guys that are fighting at 126, like I've seen, like, for example, Nonito Donaire, who fights who fights at 118 pounds, right?
Right.
Bigger than Gervonta Davis.
You think?
I know so. I've seen them both. I've stood next to them both. Nonito Donaire is much taller, much longer than Gervonta Davis is. The difference between Gervonta Davis and he is that Gervonta's thicker.
Okay.
He's just thicker.
And that's where all that power comes from.
That's where that comes from. But the size of the guys, when you look at their frames, I'm telling you, if Gervonta Davis is in a picture with Nonito Donaire is at least this much taller than Gervonta.
Okay. I'm gonna have to go check that out.
He's too small, bro. Trust me on that.
And the last thing before I go ahead and let you go, the Gervonta Ennis, I want to actually see him in a fight where he's tested. I want to see what he do and react when he get hit with a clean shot, because pretty much all his fights he's been walking through them. He just come out there, he throw crazy combos. I love his offensive game. His defense, I don't think that he's really been tested, but I want to see him get in those trenches before he hop in there with a dog like Bud, because all fighters are different. You got some fighters that get hurt, they know how to wrap up. You got some fighters like Bud that they fire back. You got some that, me personally, the greatest fighter of all times, and I can't really compare a lot of fighters to him, but Floyd, he stepped back, he recalculated, and he can just break you down and turn his defense into offense. I want to see Gervonta Ennis in a dog fight to see how he react before he get in that ring with Bud.
You're not gonna get it. You're not gonna get it.
So you don't think nobody at Gervonta Ennis 147? You don't think nobody?
Nope. Maybe. Keith Thurman. Maybe. And that's a maybe.
Thurman threw me off, man.
That's a big ass maybe. I don't know, dude. The kid, first of all, bro, he's already been in there with guys. He just whooped them so bad, people are acting like it don't count.
Right.
Acting like Sergey Lipinets is some easy mark that anybody's gonna run through Sergey Lipinets ain't true. That dude Roman Villa is. Hold on one second, oh man. I need to do something real quick because Barbara D for some reason is not seeing. Did I read her super chat? So I think Barbara D is behind.
Okay.
So I got to make sure that I do this. Then I gotta put it up so she makes sure that I see it. Okay, she sees. Okay, she said, "Okay, you're welcome. You're my favorite boxing brother." Okay, thank you, Barbara D. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna. I just don't think you're gonna get. I just don't think you're gonna get that out of anybody, other than maybe. Dude, Roman Villa wasn't no joke, bro. Thomas Delorme's no joke. Man, these guys are good fighters that he beat. Custio Clayton had beaten the former IBF guy, and he ran through Custio Clayton. I just think that he's dude. It's gonna be very tough to see anybody pushing Bud.
Yeah, because that Keith Thurman fight, it would be. I think it would be a more technical fight, and we will see a different gear from Gervonta Ennis just because Keith Thurman is more of a setup artist. He more of a, okay, I'm going to sit back, I'm going to back off, and he going to bob and weave and move his head, and he's going to really box you. But he have the ability to get in there and mix it up a little bit. And I just, Keith Thurman, he upsetted me with that loss to Pacquiao. No offense to Pacquiao, he's a Hall of Famer, giving him all his credit, but I just feel like he fought the fight a little wrong coming in, but he did redeem himself. He fought a pretty good end of the fight. He still lost, but he just threw me off with the coming out. I think he should have adjusted a little bit quicker.
Yeah, man, it is what it is, man. We'll see. But hey, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you, Mr. De
No
Niro.
problem, man. Peace.
All right. You play football though?
Man, I play basketball and football. I played high school level, and then I walked on for basketball in college.
So in football, what position you play in football?
Man, I play offense, right tackle. I play offensive guard, and then I play DN, and I played a little tight end. And
Okay, so with DN, let's defensive end. This is what I'm gonna show you. Okay, now you see a DN, the defensive, the guard that is. Is it the guard or the tackle? I always forget.
It depends on the formation that you in, but it's gonna be either the guard or the tackle.
Okay, so let's say it's the tackle, right?
Mm-hmm.
And say a tackle gets injured,
mm-hmm.
and then they don't have another tackle, and they bring in the cornerback, the backup cornerback, to play tackle and block you.
Oh, wow, I'm about to have a field day.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying with Gervonta and Terrence. Nah, bro, you can't have a cornerback guarding a fucking defense, a 6'6", 290-pound defensive end. You're just gonna grab him by the hand and throw it.
Right. Just
know what I mean?
Pull him down. Just throw him out the way.
Yeah,
I understand.
Yeah, it's just too little, man. Like I know big dudes, like you are legitimately a big dude. You know what I mean? That's legit. And dude, like legit big dudes usually ain't the type of dudes to fight all the time and get into all of that all the time, because it's kind of unfair if you really do. You know what I mean? Like your mama had to tell you at some point in time, look, don't beat them up. That's not fair.
It's kind of different for me because I kind of grew up fighting because I grew up with my dad. My mom wasn't really around, but I fought a lot. That's why I'm so into boxing. When I tell you I wake up in the morning, my girlfriend, she be like, "You listening to that Fanon dude again?" every morning she hear your voice because I wake up early, man. I'll be up around 6:30. I get the dogs together. And the next
dude, that's a grown man shit right there. See, that's you and mature young. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 28. I turned 29 in November.
Oh, congratulations. Yeah, man. I always respect a young man to get up early in the morning.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Got to. The early bird get the worm.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, bro.
I'm gonna let you go, man. Have a good, peaceful day and bless, man.
You as well, man. Come back again, brother. Get back with you, sir. All right, now. Yeah, man. I always respect young men to get up early. That's something I'm telling you, man. That's something that always like resonated with me in my life with my father and my brother. Man, them cats was getting up in the morning, bro. It's dude, man. My brother ain't sleeping. Don't think I've ever seen my father sleeping. Maybe on a Saturday you may see him in the bed at 10 in the morning. Maybe. But every morning, dog, 5:30 up and out the house. Out the house by 6. Hey, when I got a driver's license, because they took the train into the city, they be like, hey, drive me. I had to get up to drive me to the train station because they was catching that 5:30 train to get up out there and get out there to work, man. Yes, I'm up 4 a.m. Monday through Friday. I used to work 11 p.m. to 9 a.m., so I'm always up early. There you go. I'm telling you, man, there's something to that, man. So we're going to take one more caller. We having a good conversation today, I think. I think we're having a good one today. Few, not big hot topics flying around. She be saying, Jimmy, is that you listening to Fanon in the morning in the YouTube again, like Mama on the Water Boy? Hey, man, they don't hate. You know what I mean? Don't hate on the situation. Don't hate on the situation. I want to know where that dude Tune went. I thought that dude Tune wanted some smoke. Dog, I like to argue with y'all. MP3 Biz in the building. What's going on, man?
What's up?
Chilling, brother. How you feeling?
Oh, man.
Man, I can't
doing my best. Oh, I got to.
Oh, you froze up, man. God, dog, I was listening.
Here we go. All right, you can see me? All right, cool. Hey, how's it kicking for now?
Man, I can't complain, man. I'm out here doing it, Get up, another day, another grind. Blessed to be able to do it. And thankful.
That's good. That's good stuff. That's a good way to live. That's a good way to live. Man, I was thinking in regards to that Spence and Crawford fight, when it was talking about who was the strongest. I always thought, I never said anything, but I always thought about Terrence Crawford when they was talking about him deadlifting like 400 to 500 pounds.
Yeah.
And I wonder how that would, if that would make a difference in regards to the fight.
Mhm.
And I mean, it's possible that he was weight drained, Spence. But I'm still in my head. I'm like, if you can deadlift like that much, or if you're squatting like that much, it's just the question that was in my head is like, how is that going to work out? Because if your legs are that strong and stable, you can handle somebody who's bigger than you trying to push you around. And I'm curious, even a second fight, if that's still going to be a situation in regards to, his legs being so strong. Is Spence going to be able to, work that inside game the way that he wants to? And what are your thoughts on that?
Man, I don't know, bro. I just gonna be dead honest with you. I don't know. I thought that it wasn't just the strength. I thought it was just I thought a lot of it was the technical skill of Terrence. How he covered up. And yeah, he was very, very strong. Ably, just real easy to move Errol this way, to move that way. He was able to cover up from the shots. The things that he did with his guard and catching shots on this side with the guard and counter him, catching and counter at the same time. I think there's a lot of stuff that was going on in there, man. And I don't think we'll know until like Errol's at full strength, because there's a very good chance Errol may be, because dude, weight draining matters. But I mean, the most that I can say is we'll see when the fight takes place, because the fight's definitely gonna take place.
It's almost like he was playing possum at 147, waiting for that fight. Like not showing everything he could do, or like, fighting the guys enough to where, he didn't have to show all that he can really do, to where, all right, we just think that, this is how we see him fight. And it's like he almost, to me, seemed like a different fighter when he was fighting Errol. Like, what I'm saying, in regards to, how he came out and, pretty much everything he was doing, man, to me. I mean, I ain't the most, experienced in regards to watching boxing, but, he took it to Spence was just something different, man.
Yeah, I mean, the thing for me was that he
man, my heart was broken that night, man. I ain't gonna lie, man.
Hey, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would just suggest, bro, that if you watch boxing, don't invest your heart too much and enjoy the fight and be glad that these dudes are getting.
I prepared. I prepared my heart for a loss, but I still felt it though.
Yeah. I can understand that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I can understand that for sure. Yeah. Cool. All right, bro. I appreciate you, MP3 Biz. There's another dude that comes by, had MP4 Biz.
All right.
Who's MP4 Biz is Money Pal. Yeah, because MP4 Biz is his name is Money Pal the Third, and then his son is called Money Pal the Fourth, who is a professional fighter. So when I see MP3 Biz, I always think, dang, that's like MP4 Biz. You actually, it's the same thing. MP3 Biz was Money Pal the Third business. Yeah. So yeah, you have the same name as somebody else.
I thought I was being original.
That ain't shit original in the world, dog.
Yeah, I thought I was being original.
I mean, hey,
you got it. Ain't nothing new under the sun.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Ain't nothing shit. You any combination, you're gonna run into it somewhere, brother. But I appreciate you, man. Thank you for stopping by, man.
Yes, sir.
All right,
keep
bro.
on doing your thing for now.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you, sir. Appreciate you, man. Man, it's so nice to know that there's so many young black men out there with common sense and decency about themselves, and not all y'all is a bunch of ignorant, but not all y'all is ignorant. Because some of y'all are just straight ignorant. Full-fledged, straight up, down, ignorant. So good to hear so many people not being ignorant. But I got one more link. Hopefully somebody will jump on. If not, we'll call it at about 2.5 hours on this Saturday, because we got another fight. We got another real fight coming up. You know what I mean? What's going on, Queen Vaughn in the building out there roasting clowns. Queen Vaughn, one of my favorite Twitter people, man. Okay, here you go. This should be fun. Sports Heaven, MOB, how can I help you?
What's up, brother? How you doing today, brother?
Man, I can't complain about a thing. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm just making some greens. I can cut the
Hey,
camera off.
yeah, you can turn it. Can you turn the YouTube mute off?
Okay. Can you
The
hear me
mute
now?
YouTube channel?
Let me see something. I got it on now. Is it muted?
Let me hear.
Can you
Yeah,
hear
I
me?
can hear. You have to go to your YouTube page and mute the actual page. Now it's muted. I can't hear myself.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you perfectly well, and I can't hear myself, so that's good. How can I help you, sir?
Yeah, I was just calling to chop it up, man. I see it's just kind of like shoot the shit Saturday.
Yes, sir.
Enjoy your show. You do a great job, man. I'm a fan of yours. I was just listening to, as far as that Crawford and Spence fight, I was always 50-50. I lean with Spence a little bit. To me, in that fight, it just, when they say styles make fights, I just think that was a good example of style making fights. Spence works his jab. I think Crawford had the length. It's like he was beating him to the jab. Once Spence couldn't dominate with his jab, it just really turned into a mismatch. And Derek James, he's great at making second fight adjustments. Even with Jamel, because I thought he lost to Castano the first time. I'm glad it was a draw, but I thought he lost. But they made great adjustments in the second fight. And I think that might be in a rematch. But I just think, when I seen Earl getting caught with that check hook from Ugas, I just felt like if Ugas is in with the check hook early, I don't think he was going to be able to make the adjustment with Crawford if he got hit with that check hook too many times. And I just think it was a matchup problem. And I think it'll be a matchup problem in the second fight. I think the second fight will be more competitive because Spence is probably going to be a little bit more cautious. But then it's going to turn into a chess game, and that also goes into Crawford's, advantage.
Hey man, I think that's how that played out. No argument. No argument with me.
And I also agree with you. I'm gonna fall back, and I also agree with you with Gervonta. I love Gervonta. Gervonta's my favorite, and I'm like you. I don't give a damn who he fight. When I'm paying to watch him fight because I don't get caught up in the narrative. Oh, I'm a boxing fan. All that. Yeah. My stepfather sent me to bed when Sugar Ray fought Hagler, and I was rooting for Sugar Ray. And he sent me to bed because he felt like, oh no, he didn't win. I'm cheering and cheering. I'm a fan of these individuals. I'm a Gervonta Davis fan. I love his footwork. That's what he doesn't get credit for. I love how he knocks you out. I even love the relationship he has with his coach and
Yes,
how
sir.
the team make adjustments. When you watching Gervonta Davis, from him fighting to being in the corner on ringside is entertainment. And on that note, I do think he's just too little for Terrence. Terrence is too dangerous. He's too nasty, and I think that's a disaster. And on that note, my good brother, I'm gonna fall out.
Hey man, thank you for redeeming the hashtag MOB to me, brother. I appreciate you.
Oh yeah, no doubt, brother. MOB all day. Thank you.
All right, brother. Holler at you, man. Yeah, man, I like that. See now, a dude with hashtag MOB. Thank you. Oh, that's all it is, man. That's all it is, man. We can chop up boxing, bro. I appreciate that, man. Thank you, man. Thomas said that was the last call of the day. Oh no, you can jump on here. I got one more. You want Rick Timms to jump on again? Rick Timms welcome anytime. Now I got a couple more minutes. I got a little time, bro. I got a time. Hey, mama. Hey, mama. Yeah, I mean, I like that, man. I'm telling you, I like that. Oh, we can talk. Like, we can disagree. We can talk. You can express yourself, and it ain't always got to be all of that drama. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, he's on point. Intelligent young man, knew what he was talking about. It's his opinion, so how can I do anything but respect it? And I agreed with most of what he said. I think people jump out here just trying to battle sometimes. And wanting to battle me, bro, is probably going to be an L. It's going to be an L. IOU, how can I help you?
Yeah, hello.
Hey, how are you? How can I help you?
Okay, so I just want to ask you, who's the A side, Tank or New Way? And the
Explain
reason
to
why
me
I'm
what an
asking,
A side is.
who gets majority of the share?
No, that's not what an A side is. But
The A side is the person who generates more money, right?
well, not technically, no.
Okay, then what's your explanation of A side?
An A side is this: it's the person who has the best alternative to a negotiated agreement. And A side is just a general term that's used to talk about the relative negotiating or bargaining power that each person has. If you really want to know what somebody's strength is in a negotiation, you have to look at it in a little bit more technical than that. You have to say, what is this person's alternative to this fight, and what is my alternative to this if we do not agree to something? So if I am an employer, and I'm looking to hire you, who is an engineer, and I have this job that I need done this week, and you have 3 offers, then what alternative do I have if you say no? If we don't come up with an agreement, I'm in big trouble. I lose a lot of money. So in that particular instance, you who have more than one job offer can probably get more out of me if I was not in the situation that I was, where I really needed the work. And what people do is they oversimplify the idea of an A side, B side to mean somehow that means that this person gets to dictate all of the terms and all of that. Now, if you want me to analyze what I think is the relative bargaining position between the two, I can do that. But why do you ask me? No, why do you ask me that?
Because Inoue is clearly the A side to Tank. He's idolized in Japan. He clearly fights the better fighters. And truth be told, motherfuckers only like Tank like you because you dick
Do me a
riders.
favor real quick. We're gonna
And
do
at the
something
end of
real
the
quick.
day,
We're gonna
the
do
A
something real
side
quick.
is
We're gonna do
Inoue.
something- Excuse me. We're gonna do something real quick. You can just chill on the MFers, okay? Because that's not like really how we talk on the channel. I'd appreciate if you wouldn't use MF in the channel, because there's kids, people listening, kids, all of that. So let me make sure that I understand what you said. You say that Inoue is clearly A side
Yes,
because he's a star in Japan.
Yes, sir.
Because he's fought the better fighters. And what else?
And the fact that Tank only sold 61,000 against Hector Garcia, and the only reason why he sold 1.2 million against Garcia was because of Garcia himself.
And he sold 1.2 million pay-per-views. You don't know any of that to be a fact. You're just saying that's what you think. So
that's not what I think. That's what I know, because you regurgitated that yourself. So
no, I didn't. I did
yes,
not
you did.
Excuse me.
You did say that.
I'm gonna try to be polite to you for as long as this conversation lasts. Okay. Now, y'all people complain about getting blocked. I'm not getting aggressive with you. I appreciate it if you wouldn't get aggressive with me.
I'm not getting aggressive with you, brother.
Thank you. So let me finish what I'm saying. 61,000 pay-per-views is not true, according to Steven Espinoza. So that's not true.
Why would Steven Espinoza tell you the truth?
Why would he lie?
Because he has to protect his brand.
So that you know he's lying. You know he's lying?
Of course, they all lie.
You know, then they lying about the 1.2 million too? He's telling the truth about that, but he's lying about something else?
Didn't Oscar De La Hoya get caught lying when he said Canelo versus Triple G? The second fight did 1 million when it only did 800,000.
Let me tell you something about pay-per-view numbers. They are all speculation every time that they're ever talked about. They are never.
So then, why do you believe Steven Espinoza then?
Excuse me. Pay-per-view numbers are all speculative when they're in the media. All of them. All of them. What we do know, though, for certain is the gate. We know the gates for certain. Gervonta Davis, but let's get back to this real definition of what the A side means. It is what you will do if you don't get the fight. What will Gervonta Davis do if he doesn't get a Monster Inoue fight. He will fight somebody else for a $5 million gate. According to most reports that are, how can I say, from reputable people, do over 200,000 pay-per-views. He can do all of those without ever fighting Monster Inoue.
No, he can't.
He's done it against at least 5 people that I can name you.
Again, that's speculation.
The gates are not speculation. The gates are facts because those are released. The gates,
released by who? Who's it released by?
By the state of Nevada, by the state of New York, by the state of Georgia. Those gates are released. They're public information down to the dollar. That's how you know the exact gate of what Gervonta Davis did in Vegas. Those are exact numbers released by the state of Nevada, the gates. Those are verified, public verified numbers. We know that he did $5 million gates. We know them because they are.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that whatsoever.
You don't have to believe it because the state of Nevada published it. Unless you think that the state of Nevada is going to lie to make Gervonta Davis look good.
They lied to make Tyson Fury look good, didn't they?
No, they never lied about a gate to the Deontay Wilder-Tyson Fury fight, Deontay Wilder fight to make it look good. Those gates are public record.
It don't matter. They still lied. He was wearing horse gloves.
They're public record.
Sir,
They're official
his
record.
gloves were public records too.
They're not a public record, the glove, man. Are you serious?
Yeah, yes, they are, Fanon. What are you talking about? We all saw it.
His gloves are released. His gloves are numbers that have been tabulated by people that are responsible for charging people for taxes, collecting taxes. The reason that they know the gate is because they have to pay taxes to the public. They have to pay taxes. The reason that they announce the gates and they announce all that is because it's public record by law for taxes.
If they don't,
anyway, you don't want to. If you think that they're making up gate numbers, but you know that it's 61,000 exactly, because who said that? Where'd you get the 61,000 from?
That's been widely known all over social media.
Who said it?
It's being reported by everyone except for Steven Espinoza, who works for a brand who's protecting a brand.
Exactly. It's reported by everybody but somebody that actually has the numbers.
Well, he's supposed to protect his brand, so he'll lie just like everyone else does. What's your point?
You'll lie. Like you'll lie.
Why would I lie?
Why? Because you're protecting a brand. I don't know if you can make up
reasons. Who am I protecting, Fanon?
I don't know. I don't know.
So if you don't,
excuse me, you're thinking Steven Espinoza is going to lie about a number he didn't even give out. So I don't want to know how he's lying when he didn't give out a number. What he said was that it did at least 100,000, and that was on digital alone. That's all he said. He said that the number 61,000 is ridiculous because it did at least 100,000 on digital alone. He never gave the number out. So how is he lying about a number he never gave out?
Well, that's speculation. That's not a fact.
It's not speculation from him. He is the only source where you know he knows it. He's
protecting a brand.
That's speculating.
That's not speculation. Everyone protects a brand. Everyone protects a brand, sir. That's what you're supposed to do.
You're telling me what's in his mind. You're telling me that you know what he's thinking and you don't. That's speculation.
No, it's not speculation. That's common sense. That's logic.
Common sense is speculation too.
Wall Street does it every single day. They lie to protect their brand.
No, Wall Street does not.
Yes, they do. They lie every single day.
You are just, come on, man.
You have no idea what you're talking about.
It's time for you.
They lie every single day.
Everybody's lying but you. Anyway, back to this ridiculous conversation that you have with a guy. And I'm going to ask you these numbers if you know them. What was Monster Inouye's gate for his fight against Steve Fulton Jr.? What was his gate?
That don't matter. He's still the A side. He's idolized in Japan, and he's fighting the better fighters. That don't matter.
What was his gate?
It don't matter.
What was his gate? Do you know it or not?
It don't matter.
So you don't know it. We'll take that as a you don't know it.
It don't matter.
You don't know it. You don't know it. If it
don't
doesn't
matter,
if his gates don't matter, then why does Gervonta Davis's gates matter?
When did I ever say Gervonta's gates matter? When did I ever say that, Fanon?
What was this pay? What was this pay for you?
No. You're not going to deflect. When have I ever said Gervonta's gates matter? When did I say that?
I don't recall you saying it.
So then why are you saying that? Why are you asking me that?
It's called a rhetorical statement. So you're telling
what's
me
the point of that question then?
So it's a question that I ask you. So are you telling me that Gervonta Davis's gates don't matter?
Listen,
Monster Inouye's don't matter. Does Gervonta's name? Does Gervonta's gates matter?
It don't matter because they lie about it. So it's speculation.
So it's another question. How many pay-per-views? What was the television revenue from his fight in Japan?
I have no idea.
So then what? You don't know, right? So how do you know he's the A side if you don't know his numbers?
Because one's clearly idolized in the country, and the second one is only doing 61,000. That's known by everyone.
He did 1.2 million in his last.
How do you know?
Because that is what everybody is saying, right?
So according to you, speculative numbers is an objective fact, right, Fanon?
First of all, you're just being stupid, and I don't even know how else to say it. And you're not even recognizing it. First and foremost, Gervonta Davis does not need to fight Monster Inouye at all. And
why not? So he can fight Stephen Colbert, who lost to Hector Garcia, and that's fine with you, right?
That's not whether it's finer with me is irrelevant. I'm telling you what he can do.
No. The reason why I'm saying that is because you already said you were cool with it.
He can fight whoever he wants.
So then you're not a fan of boxing. You're not a fan of boxing whatsoever because you don't even want to see the best fights.
Really? You're not.
You're cool.
You're not. You're
cool. How do you know? How do you know?
You're not a fan of boxing.
How do you know?
Because you don't want Monster Inouye to fight Tank.
When did I ever say that?
When did I ever say that I want Tank to fight this other guy? When did I say that?
You said you said you're fine with Tank fighting Stephen Colbert.
Hey,
that's what you said. Chris Colbert.
He can fight whoever he wants. It's the truth, but that's not the subject matter.
That is the subject matter.
No, it's not. Who's the A side? Gervonta makes more money by far.
How do you know?
Fights in the United States because Gervonta Davis fights in the United States, where all of the big money fights take place. People are not breaking over to Japan for me. You ever seen how many major fights going on in Japan?
How many fights have you ever seen in Japan where a fighter was idolized?
All over the place.
Where?
First of all, what a fucking clown. How do you know he's idolized? Manny Pacquiao's idolized in the Philippines. When's the last time he fought there?
That's his choice.
Exactly. His choice was to come fight in the United States where you make all the money.
No, that's not the reason.
Yes, it is. That's where the money is.
Did that ever come out of his mouth?
Canelo Alvarez is over there. Canelo Alvarez fought in Mexico for the first time in I don't know how many years. He's idolized in Mexico. Why doesn't he fight in Mexico all the time?
That's his choice.
Yeah, it is his choice. Exactly. You know why? Because he gets $3,000 per ringside seat.
You don't know that.
I do know that because that's how much they charge for the fight. I do know it costs $3,000 to sit ringside for a Canelo Alvarez fight. I know.
You don't know that he's getting $3,000 though.
I know that it costs $3,000 at least to sit ringside
You don't know what the share is. You don't know what a share is.
You just are talking stupid. For real. Will you have some self-respect and stop trying to just say any old dumb shit come out your mouth and think that you are making a point? You know full well that people ain't fighting in Japan because, first of all, people ain't even watching in the United States because the fights take place at 6 o'clock in the morning. Every major fighter that there is fighting in the United States, unless they're going to Saudi Arabia and people drop 100 million on them. The gates alone prohibit it. That's a
fighting in the United States. Fighting in the United States doing pay-per-view.
It has been in the United States because you can charge a lot of money for tickets. Those are facts. You're just talking and you don't know what you're talking about. You are just talking and you don't know what you're talking about. Gervonta Davis just made, according to reports, well over $20 million, $30 million for fighting Ryan Garcia. That's more money than Monster Inoue will ever make in his career in one fight.
Fighting in the United States, doing 61,000 pay-per-views. That's
all you want. You can talk all of the Rick Glazier lies that you want. Even at 61,000.
I don't even know who that is. You just talking.
Moron. Do the math, you moron. Even at 61,000. Pay-per-views at $90 a pop. Let's do the math on that lie that you're telling. 61,000 and he jumped from 61,000 to 1.2 million. That's silly. That number is not true.
Yes, it is.
It's not true.
It is true.
Prove it, it's true. Prove it. Prove it's true. That he did 61,000 on the head. Not 61,100, not 59,982. That it was 61,000 on the head. You know that to be true? That it was 61,000, 61,000,000.00. You know that to be true?
Hey, you're the one saying Tank did 1.2 million versus Ryan Garcia.
Know that to be true or not?
You're the guy saying he did 1.
Child, do you know that to be true or not?
Did you not just say he did 1.2 million versus Ryan Garcia, sir?
Somewhere between 1.2 million and 1.5 million. According to Leonard Ellerby, who works for the PBC and was party to the fight. You tell me somebody in Gervonta Davis's camp. You tell me somebody in Gervonta Davis's camp that said 61,000.
Okay, so cool. He works for the PBC.
He works with Gervonta Davis and was the promoter of the fight. That's why you saw him on stage. He used the number above 1.2 is what he said. Now, you tell me who on Gervonta Davis's team said 61,000.
Leonard Ellerby.
You don't know. You don't know. The answer is you don't know.
You keep muting.
Nobody
keep muting. Okay, cool.
You're going to keep trying to change subjects.
I'm not trying to change nothing.
Who in Gervonta Davis's camp said 61,000?
I'm not changing anything.
Answer the question. Who said it?
It's widely reported that he did around 61,000 pay-per-views.
Who is the source?
And who's your source?
Leonard Ellerby.
A guy who works for a brand who's supposed to protect a brand, just like everyone else does.
You're a fucking moron. You think anybody and everybody that works for somebody and tells me what they do are lying. You got no proof that they're lying. You just said, oh, because he works for the company, he's going to lie. So you're not going to believe anything that comes from Showtime.
He's supposed to make them look good, Fanon.
So you're not going to believe anything that comes from Showtime.
He's a representative
You're not going to
of
believe
a company that's making a brand look good.
Dude, you're not going to.
And I think you know that, Fanon.
No,
I think you know that.
I don't know that. I don't know that at all.
Old and bitter.
I do not believe that everybody's going to lie just because they work for the company. No, I don't.
Yes, you do, Fanon.
No, I don't.
I think you do know that, but you just don't want to acknowledge that.
Do you think Floyd Mayweather, do you think the PBC was lying when they said Floyd Mayweather Jr. sold for over 4 million pay-per-views for Manny Pacquiao?
Like I said, they all lie, sir.
Lie. You lie. Not everybody lies. Some people have enough sense not to say anything if it's bad.
They all lie. End of story.
You lie.
I'm not lying about anything. I'm not reporting anything. I'm not protecting a brand, sir. What are you talking about?
What cornball shit is this? What kind of cornball shit is this? You don't know how much money Monster Inoue made in his fight. You don't know what his gate was. You don't know what his pay-per-view was. And you're going to say that you don't know what Tyson, you do know that it was 61,000. Even though you can't tell me who said it, but you don't believe the people that actually worked there that said something because you know they're going to lie. So everybody has a reason to lie, so therefore everybody's lying. If everybody's lying, then you don't know anything about Monster Inoue either. You're an idiot.
Okay, Fanon, let's do this instead, okay? Let me just ask you a quick question. If McDonald's, Burger King, and all these fast food restaurants that's been actually proven to sell cancer-creating foods, would they sit there and tell you that, hey, our burgers have certain chemicals that can cause cancer? Will they tell you that, sir?
You're a fucking
yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, when have they said that?
You know why they would? You know why
when
they would?
have they said it, sir?
You know why they would? Dumbass. You know why they would? Because they have to put the ingredients and make it public online. And then they have to tell you what is in the burger. They do by law to the FDA.
Okay, so the same FDA.
Let's take
the same FDA.
Shut up. I'm tired of talking to dumb kids. Use your example. Do you think they get to lie to the FDA? You think they get to lie? You think they get to tell you I'm sorry, this is beef in the burger and it's not beef. It's really rancid lamb.
The same FDA that's been.
Man, I don't want to talk about your bows. You know, you grow the fuck up. You grow up.
The same FDA, sir, that's been proven to lie over and over and over again.
Yes,
over and over.
We're now talking about the FDA and food labels. What are we going to talk about next that has shit to do with Monster Inoue being the A side? How far exactly are you going to take this conversation?
Sir, the point of my conjecture.
Your point of your bullshit is to change the subject. Monster Inoue is the B-side to Gervonta Davis because Gervonta Davis doesn't need him. And his fights are bigger fights. He is a bigger name in the world of boxing that pay money than Monster Inoue is. The cash, the international boxing scene in the world is the United States of America, where all the big name fighters come and fight. Monster Inoue is from Japan. And it doesn't matter whether or not you think he's idolized but can't prove it. If he's not pulling in the money from this fake idolatry that you throw out there for him. I don't know if he's idolized or not. But whatever pontificating that you want to do on some
you're just babbling, sir. You're babbling.
some bullshit subject about the FDA and whether or not the FDA can lie to you legally about whether their food labels are. You are telling me that you think people are liars.
This
You
is what
think, fuck that sir shit. You are sitting there calling people liars with absolutely no proof whatsoever.
Sir, I'm not sure if you've ever worked for a company,
Oh,
but there's something.
I have.
I don't think you have. You're an old, bitter 50-year-old.
They're doing? You know what they're doing? They call what you're doing slander. Slander is what they call what you're doing. Slander.
Just like how they have PR people to make them look good in case of a situation where they could get sued for either lying, making their company look bad. But I don't think a 50-year-old person who talks about boxing would know this.
Really?
But it's okay, sir.
You sure about that, bozo? You name the Fortune 500 companies that you've been a management consultant for.
I don't think a 50-year-old.
Excuse me, your dumbass ain't made it to 50. Don't nobody give a fuck what you think about 50-year-olds, boy. What companies have you worked for as a management consultant? Who?
Sir, I don't.
Sir, my ass. The question is no. The answer is nobody. Nobody.
Again, I'm going to ask politely. Don't cut me off or don't.
I want, boy. Understand, you're talking stupidity. And I don't have to sit here, kid, and listen to stupidity. You are literally calling people liars because they work for a company. So therefore, everybody that has a reason to lie, lies. Just because you can come up for a plausible reason why they could lie doesn't mean that they're lying.
I'm going to say this.
You're not going to say that. You're going to sit up and shut up is what you're going to do because you're a clown that thinks because you can enunciate your words and act as if you're highbrow means what you're saying is not stupid. You do not know where the number 61,000 came from at all. You don't know where that came from. I know it's not true because Stephen Espinoza said it was not true. So I know they said that's not true. But you act like it's true.
Someone who's representing a company who's supposed to make themselves look good.
They're supposed to make themselves look good. So that means they're going to lie because they're supposed to make themselves look good. Can't they make themselves look good by...
Sir, for the show.
Dude, you're not going to get any sir out of me, bro. I'm going to block you every time your lying ass says that. You do not know anything about it. You're speculating for there's a reason that they could be lying.
You can block me all you want, sir.
You got that right. I can. Boy. I can. And I will. You need to stop telling stories. You do not
That's
know
not a story at all.
It is.
The story is you taking speculative numbers.
Like 61,000 that you can't give a source for? Like that?
Like the 1.2.
Like the 61,000 that you cannot, like what you're doing with the 61,000?
They're all speculative numbers, sir.
Then why are you bringing up a speculative number? The gates are not speculative.
If you would just stop muting.
No, I'm going to mute you. I don't respect you enough to let you keep talking because you're not honest.
Well, you're still entertaining me, so I'm assuming you still like the conversation.
Dude, I don't like the conversation at all.
I'm pretty sure you do, sir.
No, I'm pretty sure I don't, sir. Enjoy this at all. You are out here making young black men sound like morons. You are out here saying that you know somebody that has 61,000 because you got it from widely reported numbers, but you are off the subject. What is this A-side stuff? Now, let me tell you what I do have. I do have an advanced degree from Harvard University in negotiations.
Which doesn't mean anything.
No,
means
degrees
absolutely
don't mean
nothing.
anything. Hey,
No,
law
degrees absolutely mean zero in this world.
Hold on.
Nothing.
Law degrees mean nothing in this world.
No, it doesn't.
Do medical degrees mean anything?
Well, of course.
Why would a law degree not mean anything and a medical degree mean something?
Can you please show your law degree, sir?
No, I can't.
Right, exactly, because you don't have one.
No.
You're a liar, just like Al Heyman.
Guess what I can't? Guess what else I can't do? I can't show you my high school diploma either.
You're a liar, just like Al Heyman and Leonard Ellerbe.
Al's a liar. Al Heyman's a liar.
Sir.
Al Heyman's a liar, you fucking high school dropout. You're a high school dropout ass. You've never even heard Al Heyman speak, and he's a liar?
Sir, if you would stop muting.
No, I'm not going to stop muting you. No. Because you're a boy and it annoys you. And I love cutting off idiots.
You don't have.
I have it. Trust me. I have it.
Can you please show us proof of that, sir?
Proof of what?
Your law degree.
No, I can't.
Exactly, because you don't have one.
No. I do.
I'm not sure if they actually taught you this in law school, but in the court of law, you actually have to prove something. And in this case, you can't prove anything.
You're a dumbass. No, you don't have to prove something.
So
you don't have to prove it. You don't have to prove it. You have to. You're a fucking dumbass, bro. You're a fucking dumbass. No, you don't. You have to convince a jury or a judge.
Sir.
You fucking moron. Defendants don't have to prove anything. Dude, you're one of these fake ass dudes, bro. Where are you from, man? How old are you?
Where is your evidence?
I'm not going to give you any evidence of anything.
Where is your evidence of a...
I'm not giving you any evidence of anything. Okay? I'm not going to
because
give you
are a...
No. I'm not going to give you evidence of anything. Anybody that knows the law knows that I am.
Prove that you...
No, I'm not going to prove shit to you. Say it again. I'm not going to prove shit to you. I have a 8th grade degree too. I'm not proving that to you either. I'm not going to prove to you shit. Understand that. I'm not going to prove to you shit. You prove I don't.
Just like what I thought. All talk.
Exactly. I'm not going to prove shit to you.
All talk.
Exactly.
You can't prove anything because you're a bald 50-year-old bitter coward who sits behind a computer and thinks he's tough. He thinks he's...
You're a hoe. Show your face, you fucking coward, and prove me you got a face.
54-year-old.
Show your face. Show your face, coward. Show your face. Show your face. Coward. Show your face.
Once again,
show your face, coward. Show your face. Bumping your lips, asking somebody to prove something to you when you are out here telling absolute stupidity out here, bro. Absolute stupidity. You called Al Heyman a liar, even though you've never, ever heard that man in your life. You've never heard the man speak. You've never heard him make a public statement ever, but he's a liar. What's wrong with you, man? What's wrong with you? Anybody that you think has a reason to lie is conveniently a liar for you. I already know the type of person you are, bro. You've not accomplished shit in your life. Nothing. Somebody around you, you're probably out from East Coast or somewhere, and you're around somebody that had clear diction, and you confuse clear diction with an intellect. You call people liars, and you know full well that you don't know what you're talking about. You ain't done shit in your life, promise you. And I don't got to prove shit to you. If I wasn't what I said I was, somebody would have busted me out a long time ago. I can explain a contract to you. I can talk about where I went to school and have people many, many, many times verify they know exactly who I am. I am known.
You, sir, are reduced.
Shut your dumb ass up. You ain't going to do nothing. You are reduced to being a toy to this block button, boy, because don't nobody know who you are. You a squirrel looking for a nut, and you still sitting back there like I tell you, boy. Keep talking. Every time you bump sideways, you're getting blocked. Every single solitary time. Shut your dumb ass up. Shut your dumb ass up.
You're gonna
Shut your dumb ass up. Yes, I am going to do that. Because you better believe me. I ain't lying about this being my channel, boy. I ain't lying about this being my channel. And I'll be damned if some little kid like you who don't know shit, ain't honest for nothing, just talking because he thinks he's smart. You're going to speak when you got some damn sense. Don't even breathe wrong, bro. Have some self-respect and jump off.
You've now been.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. What did you say? I'm sorry. What did you say? I missed it.
You're.
Like I said, I didn't hear none of that. I'm sorry, I'm the owner of this. But you need me to prove to you that this is my channel. Let me prove to you that this is my channel. Since you don't want to believe anything else I got to say, let me prove to you that your ass is going to sit there or go away. I have no respect for you whatsoever, son. None. 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 You speak of things you have no knowledge of whatsoever, thinking that Monster Anyway is the A side to Gervonta Davis. That is stupid on its face. And then every bit of support that there is for it, you just want to call a guy a liar. Oh, they're just lying. That's not true. That's how you're gonna debate, child. And then turn around and get mad and say, you're a fraud. You're a 54-year-old bald man, and you don't have a high school degree. Show me your diploma. Show me your diploma. Prove it to me. I ain't proving shit to you. I'm not proving shit to you. Nothing. You don't run shit. And little dumbasses like you get beat up by the police. Because you run up on a policeman talking about, well, let me explain to you my constitutional rights, while they thump your dumb ass upside the head with a baton. And let me tell you about this right to whoop your ass for talking crazy. And you got no self-respect. You're still sitting there. I'll get you at your breath, boy. I will cut you off at the breath. It's my channel. Mine. Not yours. You don't pay the rent, boy. Just like in your mama's house that you living in. You don't pay the rent there, boy. Why is the AC on at this temperature? Because it's my AC. Why the refrigerator door open, mama? Because it's my refrigerator. That's why. Daddy, why you walking butt naked around that house? Because it's my house, boy. Go get a job. And go find somebody to give a goddamn what you do. Boy. Now tell me your age, boy. And if the breath sounds like you saying something other, then I'm 18. I'm 18. I'm cutting you. That don't sound like I'm 18. Here's the thing. To get the sound out, what you're going to need to do is you're going to have to take the breath first. And then you're going to let it out. Hey.
Are you?
No, I'm not going to let you talk because you didn't say how old you are. How old are you?
I'll tell you.
How old are you? Just the age. Don't need any sentences.
My age.
How old are you? I don't need any words before the words. 18, 17, 22.
I'm telling.
18, 17. You know numbers, don't you, boy? Let me prove to you that I can count, boy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Let me prove to you, boy, that I know how to count. And I know what letters are. I know what numbers are. So say a number and nothing else. That ain't a number. Huh, ain't a number. Ain't no number start with huh. That ain't no number. Look, child. Let me tell you something, child. You're a child. You're a child. Don't ever go to prison, because I promise you, they're gonna make a sweetie pie out of you as soon as you start running your mouth. They're gonna make a sweetie pie out of you as soon as you start running your mouth. You have no respect, boy. You do not know what I know at all. You don't know the facts about this boxing at all. You are dumb enough to say that a legal education means nothing. You're a moron. Okay? I don't know who told you that you're an intelligent. You're not, because you don't have enough sense to talk to somebody like you got some sense. Silent. That ain't your age, boy.
I'll tell you.
That ain't your age, boy. I'm trying to tell you, dog. Don't go to prison. They'll turn you over. What's your age?
If you allow me, I'll tell you.
What's your age? I don't need your words. I need your age in a number, and that's it.
Sir.
Sir is not a number, dumbass. Sir is not a number. Now, I know that you're all highfalutin and intelligent. I know how smart you are. But I know that sir ain't a number. Why are you still here, man? Why are you even here? Why would you sit here and allow another grown man to do this to you? Talk to you like a boy. You think you're going to be smart enough to figure out your way to get out of the backstage and say something cute to me? I'm not going to let you say a word sideways to me. Not a word sideways to me. And I got time. Fuck it. I got time to sit there and watch your dumb ass sit right there and do what you're supposed to be doing. Act like you got some sense. And stop disrespecting people like you disrespect people. I didn't disrespect you. I had a reasonable conversation with you till it became blatantly apparent that you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what an A-side is. I gave you a detailed explanation of an A-side. a detailed explanation of it. And once I realized that you don't even know what it is, because you want to talk about being idolized in Japan, because he's idolized in Japan, that means that Gervonta Davis has to do something, has to give him something in a negotiation because people somewhere that ain't even buying the fight or going to the fight like him. It's about the money. You know what you don't have? It's about the money. You know what you don't have? You can say what you want to say about me, but I got some money. I'm paying my bills. I'm raising my kids. Thank you very much. You can say what you want. I made it to 54 years old, you disrespectful piece of shit. And I have no idea what in your little pea-ass brain would think that it's okay for you to chastise somebody and talk to somebody 54 years old like you've even made it there. I want to understand that, man. You won't even show your face. You won't even show your face. I sit there and let people know what my name is and say and show my face. You don't have enough nerve to do that, son. Now, how old are you again? And I'll give you a sentence to say it. Because obviously you don't know what a number is. And you think you need a lead into it. Well, let me tell you a little something about what you've been saying for 5 minutes before I say what my age is. No, I'm 18 because I need to know how the hell old you are. So I know what kind of brain, where you are in your life. Because I need to know if you're just a flat out idiot or you're just immature. Because if you're just immature, that's something can be worked with. But if your ass is 30 years old thinking like you're thinking, son, you're in a lot of trouble in your life. And you're going to have some real hard knocks upside your head with people that have real block buttons.
Okay.
That is not an age. And you're not anyway in me. Anyway, no. No, son. No. No, anyway, son. I really wish I could take my belt off. I swear, if you were my son, dog, it would really be belt time. You need to grow up, bro.
Look at the.
Still talking, huh? What age are you, dude?
Just look at the old bitter man. Fanon.
I'm bitter. I am very bitter. I am very bitter that there are so many young black men out here that are as ignorant as you are. I am. I'm very bitter about that. That's the first true word you've ever spoken. I am bitter about that. I hate hearing young black men because I can hear it in your voice. You're a young black man. I don't think you're any older than 23, maybe 24. If you're 24, I'd be amazed. But yes. I'm very bitter that our community does this to young men and don't provide guidance to them. And they are so disrespectful that they think that a 54-year-old man is an old man. I'm 54. I'm not an old man. I'm 54. That's not an old man. Human beings live to 90 years old. My father's 86 years old. And to this day, I would never speak to somebody his age like you speak. I'm very disappointed in you. I'm very, very, very disappointed in you. That you would show this type of foolishness. That somebody in your life didn't teach you better. I am. And I'm really ashamed that you are still on this chat and won't leave because you think some way that you're going to wiggle your way out of this. You have made a buffoon of yourself. A buffoon. A buffoon. You were a child talking to grown men and you think because everybody's laughing with you that they ain't laughing with you. They're laughing at you. There's nothing cute, intelligent that you've said. You're going to turn around and say, look at your bald head. Bro, yeah, I'm bald. What kind of immature ass idiot thinks that going bald is something that's bad? It affects me in no way, shape, form, or fashion. And I am more than enough a man to get what I want without hair on my head. But you think, what's going to happen to you when you get older? If you get older. What's wrong, bro? What's wrong? Thank you for leaving. Thank you for leaving. What a disappointment you are. I don't know who raised you. I don't know where you came from, but what a shame that your childish ass thinks calling somebody bald means anything to an adult. You only a child thinks 53 years old or 54 years old is old. Only a child thinks that. Shame on you for carrying yourself like that, bro. But having enough self-respect to kick rocks. And no, I don't really care what you think because you've already proven yourself to not be worthy of a conversation. Man, that's crazy. Hey, man, give me one more caller, man. I need a redo. How disappointing. The answer to your question, dumbass, is this. Really, A-side is just something that they say that really doesn't mean anything. It's all relative to what your options are. Child. Let me answer your dumbass. Let me answer your question in an honest fashion. Not in a I got you kind of fashion. It really depends on what your best alternative is to a negotiated agreement. That's what it means. A side is who has more leverage. If you don't have any choice but to take that fight and that's all you can get, guess what? That guy has all the leverage. You have no choice. Slavery, the owner is the A side. In fact, there ain't even a negotiation. It's do what I say or die. In the case of Errol Spence Jr. and Terrence Crawford, boy, there really was no A side. Because Terrence needed the fight, Errol needed the fight, and he needed Terrence Crawford to get what he wanted. Terrence Crawford recognized him, and he negotiated himself into a lot of things that somebody else in the same situation might not have done. Wow, you're a fucking idiot. And a young man like you, I could actually sit down and explain that to and teach you that. But you are too dumb to even understand that maybe somebody knows something that you don't know. If I showed you my undergraduate degree or you know all you would do? All you do is say, oh, anybody can print that up. Oh, that doesn't mean anything. Anybody can print that up. It's just a piece of paper. That's fake. You could be lying to help your brand out. What a fucking moron. Miss Mona said this guy is an idiot. If you're talking about me being an idiot, please click the link. I will explain to anybody what an A side is in a way that actually makes sense to people. The A side depends on the negotiation. He's not a smart dummy. What he is one of these guys that think black people are dumb if they don't speak the King's English. Well, sir. Hey, thank you, Timothy Stoudemire. Thank you for letting me know she's not. I figured Miss Mona wasn't. What the fuck is wrong? What's wrong with y'all? Well, sir, you're not going to, sir. Please, sir. Sir. All sarcastic. Oh, sir. Get your bitch ass back on the channel, boy. Dog, I thank you so much. I thank y'all so much for that. Hold on one second. Why does it keep doing the same shit? Hold on one second. Hold on one second. 1 second. Anybody can say it. Anybody can say anything. What a fucking clown. Hold on 1 second. One second. I'm sorry, man. That was fun, though. Thank you, dumb young boy. God, he keeps using the same thing. Sorry. All right, sorry about that. I had to do something real quick. I had to move something up. E-Money Bags. What's going on, E-Money Bags?
What's going on, big dog?
I'm chilling, man. Just an old grumpy old man. You know what it is.
Yeah, I just pulled in. I see John was going at it, but I didn't know what did the topic start about? What was that? What was going on?
No, some kid got up here being stupid.
Okay.
Nothing big. Repeating a bunch of stupid. Repeating a bunch of stupidity. I think
I was arguing about the numbers.
You know who I really think it was? I really think it was that kid MMA Prodigy. That's who I really think it was.
Oh.
You remember that kid that used to come by talking about the MMA and we'd be all funny?
Like 6 months ago?
Yeah. I think it was that kid MMA Prodigy who got blocked off the channel. That's who I really think it was. And he got bold. I don't think that kid is over 17 years old. I really don't.
Yeah, when they get to talking about age and like, yeah, that's what it's like 50 and all that, you know what I mean? That's when you can kind of tell, like, you know. They don't realize that's a blessing.
Huh?
They don't realize that 50 is a blessing.
Man, they don't realize it's something you should be trying. What they don't realize is that's what you're trying to get. Like making fun of thinking somebody is bitter because they're older is like saying, dude, somebody's bitter because they made their goals. You want to get a year older every year.
That's a fact.
My mother and father in their 80s, they trust me. My dad is 86. He wants to be 87 next year.
That's a fact. You
know what I mean?
Can't put it better than that.
Like you don't want to get older or something. It's just they think it's something easy to make fun of you about. And like, oh, you're bald. Like, yeah, I'm bald, bro. But what the fuck does that got to do? You're broke. I'd rather be bald and broke. MMA Prodigy.
I earned them gray hairs.
What do you say?
So my grandpappy used to always say, I earned these gray hairs.
Every bit of it, bro. But they don't want to respect. They don't want to respect their elders, bro. But what's up, man? Let me read it. Let me do a couple things, bro, real quick, man.
Go ahead, do you think?
That's his support. They say Keith Nolan said that's not widely reported. It's not reported at all. I didn't even want to get into that. The 61,000 is a BS number. Gate numbers are official state numbers. Also, Gervonta averaged 200,000 or more pay-per-views before he fought Ryan Garcia. This guy has no clue what he's talking about, bro. Exactly. He doesn't. And first of all, the 61,000 was not reported by anybody. No media person reported 61,000. That's just a lie. Anyway, Frederick Meadows said, disrespectful kid learned respect your elders might not make it to 50. It was like, God dang. I'm amazed at YouTube for that. Like, what, dude, did you not? Dude, my granddad is passed away, bro. I never do it to disrespecting my grandfather by saying, you old ass man. Like, oh, you old ass man. Oh, I'm an old ass man, huh? Get your ass out and go feed yourself, young ass boy. You know what I mean? Anyway, Sam said, just supporting the channel. Thank you, brother. Greatly appreciated. So what's on your mind, bro? I needed somebody to talk that good Terrence Crawford talk.
Oh damn! I actually was going to ask, but I don't know what. Like I said, I just jumped in a little late, so I didn't know what all y'all spoke on. But I kind of wanted to speak on the stuff Money Mayweather was talking about.
Be specific. I'm sorry.
Just about what he was talking about with the Shakur and Haney negotiations. And
Oh man, what he said that somebody need to be fair.
Yeah,
I didn't listen to the whole thing, so I really honestly can't tell you.
Yeah, I just thought Money May kind of disappointed me on that one, man.
About what? What did he say? You got to get a fair
basically
representation of what he said.
Basically, what he said was this is what he said. The gist of it was he basically was pointing out that Top Rank was unfair to Devin for making him go to Australia twice. Basically saying, okay, yeah, the first time you had to, concede a lot of things to get a shot at the belts, and then they doubled down and made you go back. Like basically, just because Top Rank was unfair to you, why would you be unfair to Shakur? That's basically was the gist. And basically also then he doubled down with us being black men. You shouldn't do that to like another black man. But it's like, come on, man, these is negotiations, man. This ain't got nothing to do with no color. Like I kind of felt like, damn, why would he take that stance? You could have just said like, yo, the numbers that you offered him was bullshit. But why would he like bring like race and all that into it? I kind of felt like, damn, Money May, like, don't come on, man, because Money May was a shrewd negotiator. Like, he got everything he wanted in fights, especially after after the De La Hoya fight.
I gotta tell you though, bro, I ain't never heard of Floyd lowballing nobody. I've not heard of it one time. I've never heard of all the things like, dude, I call this shit. I'll tell you the truth. I ain't never heard somebody complain about how much money they made fighting Floyd Mayweather. Nobody.
Yeah, I can agree with that to an extent. But my only pushback on that would be is that he makes so much money that you're going to make more than you normally make. But as far as percentage based, I don't think he was giving guys, you know what I mean? Like he wasn't, other than Pacquiao, he really wasn't giving guys crazy percentages.
I've never heard of anybody who was not happy with their money or what they got with Floyd. Never.
Yeah, you're gonna be happy because of the amount.
No, I'm just telling you, you can't just guess that it's because of the dollar amount. I've never heard that about him. Everybody that dealt with him, and honestly, I've never heard of anybody that dealt with Al Heyman saying that he's not paying fighters, he's treating fighters unfairly with the amount of money that they're fighting. The only people that say that is the clown that boy was. It doesn't even know who the 61,000 came from. But from that child was trying to repeat,
I mean, I've heard a couple guys push back on Al, but it's just hard to, when guys, I always say when I would judge a person, how can I say this? I would judge a person like, say if you were Al Heyman and I'm a boxer, if I'm in the middle of my run and I say something about like Fanon just not doing right by me, I take you more valid than when you lose your belt, you haven't fought in 4 years, and now I'm talking about Fanon ain't treating me right. Then it just makes you look at the not to say the situation is not untrue. It just makes you look at it different. Like, why wouldn't you say something when you're in the moment, when you're at your highest, when you have your most leverage? Why wouldn't you say something then?
Who are you talking about, Adrian Broner?
No, I actually was speaking on Easter. I was speaking on Bunny, actually. He was somebody that really, and this was like a year and a half ago, he kind of spoke about some of the dealings with Al, and he said that he was able to talk about it because I guess Al makes guys supposedly sign NDAs, but like I said, man, them dudes is getting rich off Al, man. After these dudes thank God, they thank Al. You know what I'm saying? Like all these dudes thank Al right after they thank God, man. Like he's getting these dudes, and if you compare him to all his contemporaries, man, like I feel like he's on a whole nother platform than Eddie Hearns, De La Hoya, and Top Rank, even with that ESPN money. I feel like Al's he's in a different airspace the way he's operating. But I just didn't like the way Floyd jumped in and just like we know what Devin is. Devin's trying to be the bad guy. Him and his pops, man. They want to get their money off being the bad guy. Even his dad just did an interview a couple days ago and was basically talking about they might not love us, but they pay to watch us because they hate us. Like that's the avenue they're going for. That's why he pushed Lomachenko. Like he wants to be the bad guy, but 25%, like is not a great offer, but just the stance Money May took, like, because basically what they was saying is that, Dev took a flat fee for the two Kambosos fights, and he said that Shakur shouldn't even get a percentage. He should get a flat fee, and that could be that. He said because they offer Shakur more money than he's made in any other fight. So what are we talking about?
But Bill's point on that was whack as shit. Bill's point on that was, I honestly, man, I listened to that point and I was like, man, what are you talking about? Like, first of all, being undisputed does not mean that you are going to make a lot more than the other guy that's fighting. Because you're not getting paid off of the belts. You're getting paid off of the fan base that you bring to the fight. Mm-hmm. So for me, real quick, hey, Ron Clark said, make him show his face. Oh yeah, I already know who it was. That was that kid. I'm trying to tell you, that kid is about 16 years old. He's about 16 years old. Thank you, Ron Clark. That's why I want to know how old he was. And why he wouldn't say how old he was. Because he was about 16, 17 years old. He's a kid. But anyway, that's why I kept calling him a boy and a kid. Because I know who he is. I'm pretty sure I know who he is. But yeah, man, that shit didn't make any sense to me when he said it. Because he was like, Dev said give him the 75-25. 75-25 is below the mandatory purse split.
Because it's 30, right?
It's 30 for the WBA. It's 30 for the WBA. They just didn't want to fight. And they don't want to say that they don't want to fight. And they're going to go and they were going to move up in weight, but they wanted to have their cake and eat it too. By saying that they offered them something and then make it look like, it's the reason that the fight didn't happen was Shakur, not at Devin. The reason the fight didn't take place was Devin. That's the way that I see it. And it didn't matter whether it was going to be the amount of money that was offered or he couldn't make the weight. He wasn't going to fight Shakur next because, dude, that's a bad fight for Devin. He'll lose that fight. He can lose that fight. I think he will lose that fight. But he could lose that fight for sure.
And I've been telling you for a long time, Shakur is my favorite fighter. My only problem with Shakur is that he kind of got, and you said something about this maybe a year or so ago. Even now I see it even more with Keyshawn. Those boys that medal, the United States boys that medal in them Olympics, they come with a little more, I don't want to, like, they kind of feel like, I don't know if I want to say spoiled, but they just kind of feel like they're owed a little more than what, you know what I'm saying? Like, even just how Keyshawn was talking to Frank Martin, like, yo, they've been knowing about me. Like, this guy has double the fights you have. Like, I just feel like, even though 25% in my mind is a terrible offer, but if you know you can wax this boy, like, why wouldn't you do it? I would feel like if he waxes him, it's only you and Tank left. The money fight is Tank. Like, who cares what you make in any of these other fights? The money fight is Tank.
He cares.
The money fight is Tank.
He cares about how much money he's making. Ain't nothing wrong with wanting to make your money.
Oh, yeah, no question.
Let me tell you something. Devin Haney ain't taking Shakur. If he's fighting Shakur and he's doing the same numbers as Shakur in the viewership and all of that stuff, and he ain't taking no 25% from Shakur. Hey, man, I'm not trying. I don't believe that he would. Man, you want to make the fight, make an offer where the man doesn't feel like. Why should he? The point that Floyd Mayweather is making, and I think is a very solid point, is why should he have to? Why does he have to go without? Why does he have to go with less than he deserves? Because first of all, he didn't even go for less than he deserved. But just because somebody mistreats you doesn't give you the right to mistreat somebody else.
Yeah, that's basically what he was saying.
Yeah, because that's basic common sense. Just because somebody,
except when you're the person in those shoes, though, I will say that.
I don't care, dude. It doesn't matter. You can't now. If you just say, for example, you don't say that, and you're like, "Look, man, this is what I think is fair," and you think what you went through is fair. If you really think that if Devin Haney thinks what he did was fair with George Kambosos, like, yeah, that's what I took a fair deal with George Kambosos, and he thinks that whatever concessions he made were fair, that's one thing. But because he said, look, that's what I did because I think it's fair. He had the right to do that. Hey, man, I didn't have a problem with that because I think that's about right. But if you think it's unfair and you were mistreated, then you can't turn around and say, well, I was mistreated, so let me mistreat somebody else. That's not equitable. That's not fairness. You're being a hypocrite because you're complaining about something somebody did to you and then turning around and doing it to somebody else and telling them not to complain because Devin complained.
He did. Both him and his dad did.
And I don't even know what they complained about. They weren't going to get the fight over there at the zone. They got what they were looking for. They got a shot at the undisputed title. And that's what they said that they wanted. And they said they offered to take whatever it was that Lomachenko said he would take. So he got what Lomachenko was going to take. That's what he asked for.
Do you think like the reason why I bring that up is because like if you get caught coming and going, do you really want to get caught coming and going? Like I just feel like it's a little different when you're the person in those shoes in the sense of that, like I took this. You really want to be undisputed, like because that one thing other than Tank, Devin's got a lot of options, and it seems like Shakur is my favorite fighter. It seems like Shakur has no options. Like nobody wants to fight him. It's everybody saying high risk, low reward, like things of that nature. Like nobody's.
Dude, he got options. He's going to fight somebody. He gets the belts. He get the option to fight for that WBC against somebody. But that's okay. If Devin's got an answer. My whole thing was, like I said before, Devin ain't going to fight him. So all the 25% and all that stuff to me is just really a lot of talk. Devin was going to move up to wait. And
I feel like Devin and his team is making a little mistake. I think they sleeping on Regis, to be honest with you. I feel like
sleeping on Regis?
Yeah,
they very well may be sleeping on Regis, but I don't know if they've made the fight yet.
Well, his dad said that the fight is made. They just don't have he's not allowed. Since he didn't put up the money, he's not at will. He doesn't want to be the one to announce it. But he said the fight is made. But you just never know with Bill. Bill talks a lot of. But I just feel like right now, I just feel like if I was Shakur, man, I would, even though 25% is a hard pill to swallow. If it's true about it's more money than I've ever made. And I know I'm about to get all these belts.
Even that dog is silly to me, man. If you had a job, man, that shit would piss me off if somebody said that. Like, hey, I got a job. The job calls for this. And you'd be like, well, I'm not going to pay you what it's worth because, if I give you this, it's still more than you've made anywhere else. Dude, what's the job worth? What's my worth? Pay me my worth. But, it is what it is, bro. Hey, look, I'm going to jump out of here before too long, bro. I gotta jump out of here, man. Yeah, I've been here a little long, man. That kid made me talk bad to him for a while.
Hey, boss.
And my guy, fair is a place with rides and funnel cakes. True that. And my guy Matthew Thomas said, boxing is not fair. It's about leverage. It is what it is, man. It is about leverage. And if at the end of the day, he can move on and do something else. I agree. But look, I'm gonna get out of here. Much love to everybody in the chat, everybody in the super chat. Hey, child. Please don't come around here, MMA prodigy, again, acting like that, because I'm pretty sure that's you, bro. I'm pretty sure that's you that got kicked out this chat. Pretty sure. Sounded a lot like you. At least he wasn't in that. Oh, God, he was. But they're both a bunch of fucking idiots. Anyway, I got to go. Deuces.